At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Ranked #1 in innovation for 10 consecutive years and #2 among public universities for employability, ASU isn't just ahead of the curve, it's creating new paths to success. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online, that's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu. With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online, that's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Let's effing go indeed. Oh, wait. Let's friggin' go. What was it that John Cena said?
Let's mother fudging go, bro.
Oh,
Cheers,
mother
bro.
fudging go. All right, yeah, we have to be PG, apparently. It's
Yep.
Mr. Young.
And it's for in the building. I got my Red Bull ready. I got my notes ready. We are good to go. It's a great Sunday evening, my friend. How are you, bro?
Wow, bro, suddenly got Red Bull sponsor. Does it? Oh, no, this one doesn't give you wings. It's the European version then gives you wings. This is the Thai version, right?
This one just give me Thai disco vibes.
Sam Tew, let's go.
Up to bro. Okay, you know why am I so high or not, bro?
Why are you so hyped?
I mean, okay, first of all, it's a good Sunday, finally
Yes.
get to rest, crazy week. But secondly of all, bro, I was just doing some house cleaning, right? I decided, okay, I'm just gonna put some random wrestling on for no complete reason.
Okay.
I just went on the first thing on my YouTube recommendation and I got recommended Triblia's most recent Triple Mania event that just happened a few days back.
Right. The one that were kind of, advertising during Worlds Collide on WWE programming. How was it? Did you enjoy it?
So Worlds Collide, I didn't realize was actually a setup for their WrestleMania.
Yes.
Which is their Triplia. So, bro, you know how I know when shit is getting wild?
How?
The first opening, they will have like the TKO style, like all the wrestlers coming into the arena, right?
Yeah.
Who is the first motherfucker I see?
Who?
Can you guess or not?
Huh? Who's? You got to give me a hint. Is that WWE star?
Somebody who I thought was persona non grata, bro.
What was it? Alberto Del Rio, the guy whose face cannot be shown. Really?
Yes, Al Patron.
Al Patron was there. They showed him.
Bro, not only did they show him, he was gonna be the main event against freaking
Vikingo.
Vikingo. So I'm thinking to my head, wait. So my brain like trying to brain. Is this Triple Mania the event before where he dropped the title? So now I'm confused. So clearly I got no context, right? So I'm just thinking to myself, maybe they actually upload the full stream of the previous show before Worlds Collide. So now I'm very confused.
Wait, did you watch the main event? Did Vikingo win or lose?
I couldn't get there because we're doing the podcast now.
Oh, okay.
But I saw JBL come on the show.
Okay.
It was the one where JBL cut the promo about the wall. I think you probably saw it on social media.
Oh, yeah, I saw. Okay, that is kind of hilarious actually to have JBL at knowing his character, not him, his character's history and everything. Look, before we dive any further, we all gotta acknowledge, fingers up, the folks in chat. What's up, Div? Good to see you. Irvin, Fazli, Alfred, Zayden. I want to say hello to everybody. Thanks for joining us on this. Now, our Sunday night main event tradition. And also, Foreign, I said this just now off the stream, before we started, and it's been echoed in the chat as well. We want lotion. We want lotion.
Bro, are you sure? I'm checking the chat. Did they say that?
Go people say, bro, the lotion needs to make a return like an entrant, like a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble, my friend. One of these days, the hand lotion must return.
Guys, stop it, guys. Halal. I just finished prayers as well.
Hand lotion only what? When you have rough skin, you need hand lotion. There's nothing wrong with that.
I see. Not sunscreen, because if you can tell, my face is a bit glowing. So I thought it's like you guys were complimenting my new, just did facial, kind of vibe. But not that kind of facial, different kind of, bro, guys. Come on.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Div says Red Bull on a Sunday night. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, don't question my logic, bro. But
it's wild. Is what her exact words is wild. So
it's
good
wild.
on you.
So cheers, bro.
Hopefully you can sleep tonight, huh? Before we do anything, and we have so many things to get to, by the way, this past weekend, NWE had their showcase, Grapplemax's NWE. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. I'm sure you have thoughts, bro. Like a drunk cowboy, you have thoughts.
Bro, I got deep thoughts. You never know, bro. This thing might make me talk Spanish for no reason, like Hangman Page, bro.
Fazli says, Red Bull and lotions, foreign starter pack.
Love it. Okay, you know what? I think maybe probably need to like bring the energy a bit down. Maybe I might be getting a bit too over myself. But again, yes, you're right. Yeah, NWE was a great weekend. I think it was nice to kind of go back and catch some local wrestling. We missed the previous SPW show.
Yes.
Mayhem. Even though I hope you guys enjoyed our little watch along that we did last week. We got some direct reviews from Butcherman himself, and we even had Dharma commenting on the chat, talking about like liking the format. So if you guys enjoyed that and want us to do a bit more of those local wrestling watch-alongs, let us know.
Absolutely.
Grapplemax or SPW as well.
You can always reach out to us on Discord, on Instagram. Y'all know what to do, huh? Slide into our DMs. Also, we will be touching on, I know you were very excited. That was the first thing I asked you, bro, what are we going to talk about this weekend? That was the first thing you said. Forget about the preview for Night of Champions. Heck, I even forgot the name. I thought it was Crown Jewels, yeah. Because Crown Jewel is coming up as well. It's in Perth, right?
Yes, but it's an Australian show this time around, yeah.
Which is very weird because I got super confused. One of my colleagues, JK, he actually messaged me. He was like, I'm going to Crown Jewel. I'm like, you're going to Saudi Arabia? What the... Like, he's the last person in my life that would ever go to, like, Saudi Arabia. He would... he's not that guy, right?
Yep.
Then he was, like, talking about how expensive the tickets were. I'm like, why is this fella talking about Saudi Arabia? And then, finally... I was like, bro, you going Saudi? He said, no lah, I'm going Perth. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, it's Perth. Crown Jewel in Perth just sounds weird to me.
Yeah, there's no logic. Like, there's no even like royal theme or link to Australia. Like, you know what I mean? There's no royalty there. Fuck, you should have done Crown Jewel in UK. That makes more sense.
You know what it is? I think they're trying to remove the stigma of the name. Oh, Crown Jewel is a Saudi thing. No, it's one of their pay-per-views that can be anywhere, like a Bad Blood, like a Backlash, like a whatever.
Do you think WWE have backed themselves into a corner by doing a King of the Ring for Night of Champions and then having a similar style tournament to crown their Crown Jewel champion? Remember?
Yes, oh my God. Yeah. So confusing, bro. So confusing. A little bit. But they are in this position where when you get, and we talked about this, when you get too comfortable, sometimes things like, that's when other companies can come in and try to take the attention. Unfortunately, AEW is in a world of its own. So I don't think they have to worry there.
Well, I have some thoughts about AEW because again, for the second week in a row, I'm watching their shows.
Wow.
Because it's they have their Grand Slam Mexico show this week.
Oh yeah. The only thing I saw out of that was that shot of MJF crotching somebody. He thrust his hips into, I think it was Sin Cara.
Yes, former Sin Cara, Mystico.
Mystico, right? Yeah. The thrusting his hip into his face, and that's about it. That's all I know.
Well, we can talk about it later on, but all I know is I've been listening to a lot of Mexican music recently because of that show. That's all I can say.
Random, but okay. Like 2025 hip hop lah, like Mexican rap lah, not mariachi music, right? No, you're talking traditional lah.
Well, not exactly traditional, but if you saw what I shared on the Discord, shout out to our Discord people who are there. Apparently, this Sin Cara or Mystico, which of course apparently is like a beloved figure in CMLL, not in WWE, but he has a theme song that's apparently like so popular. It's like Bryan Danielson Final Countdown levels of popular. That the moment his music comes out, the entire crowd started serenading him with this music, bro.
Wow.
So, okay, I'm just gonna say it very, very quickly because it's a very throwaway fact lah. But Sin Cara is okay. You know how Lucha Libre, they really idolize their Mexican wrestlers to the point that they make comic books about them, they make movies about them. So this Sin Cara or Mystico was so popular in the 2000s before he got signed by WWE and they botched his career lah. He was so beloved that there was actually a very popular like contemporary band that make a music video about Sin Cara or Mystico and had Mystico appear in the music video and make a storyline of like he was a storyline fictional version of himself in the music video, and there was a whole thing where he was like performing and then he had this lover who supported him, blah blah blah. Basically, it's like if you think about it, like Crazy by Aerosmith, that music video where he had Liv Tyler.
Yeah.
Similar vibe but Mexican version, but and it features a wrestler. Okay.
It's like Ric Flair being in that rap video that one time.
Yeah, same vibes. But the thing is, right, that song was like a pop song. Like it was literally like famous in Mexico. Like it was like a top 10 hit, like number one hit. Yeah.
A radio hit lah, basically. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
That's very
so
cool.
it's actually he became like a mainstream,
He became mainstream
star.
lah. Wait, so you're telling me that because of that song you've like gone down a rabbit hole of Mexican music?
No, because of that song, I started listening to this song, and I heard it was pretty dope. It was actually like what I would call a Mexican telenovela theme song.
Wait. When you say I've been listening to Mexican music, I assume you've been listening to a whole playlist, not one song. Bro, listening to one song doesn't constitute listening to Mexican music.
But what if, right? The song was so good. I was listening to the original version. I was listening to covers of it. I was listening to reimagined versions and modernized versions of it, bro. Even until now, got people covering the song. It's become a classic in Mexican mainstream music, bro. Come on.
Chat, you need to weigh in on this. Does foreign listening to the one song, albeit covered many times, remixed many different ways, does it constitute listening to Mexican music?
Bro, you just have guys on chat. I don't remember the exact spelling, but I think it's called Mueno, Mueno, something like that. Or you guys just put Sin Cara song, or no, Mystico song. Bro, that shit will get stuck in your head, bro. You like talk about Mexican telenovela, that is the kind of shit. Bro, it's like Filipino music, bro. It's like Pinoy romantic karaoke music. Is that vibe?
So okay. By your logic, that time, there was this one Rammstein song that was really, really popular. Does that make me a metalhead because I listened to that one Rammstein song over and over and over again?
I don't profess to be a Mexican mariachi connoisseur. I'm just saying that song has been on my playlist the entire week. And you know what? Credit to AEW because apparently this song...
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Funny thing about being fast, you end up waiting a lot. First to show up, first in line, then just waiting. Me, I rev up Chumba Casino. With over 200 social casino games, no slow lanes here. Why sit around when you can spin? I'm already racing. Your turn. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Because when Mystico got signed by WWE, he left the character, right? So he completely got rid of the Mystico character. So the Mexican fans in Arena Mexico has not heard this song in over 14 years.
Okay.
But the funny thing is, Tony Khan being the mark, like knows all this hipster shit, right? Decided to surprise the fans by bringing back that theme song for one night only. So it's like a final countdown vibe. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why the crowd went wild. That's all. That's the vibe you're trying to
Irvin says, bro, you listen to one song, bro. You just obsessed with that one song. Thank you. Div says that is an earworm, bro.
It is, bro. Guys. Div, you agree with me, right? That was a great song. Bro, it went viral, bro. It's on one of the best performing content in AEW in a while.
Nobody arguing with you that it's not a good song. I am just doubting your credibility when it comes to you saying, bro, I've been listening to Mexican music.
Fine. Blanket statement. Call it what you want, bro. But you know what? It was a good song, and shout out to Mystico because I got interested in the match because of that song, bro. Like, it got me hyped for that match.
Bro, now I want to listen to that song. Now I hype for that song, and then maybe I'll listen to the remixes, and then I can say I listen to Mexican music too.
Yes, for sure. Go for it, bro.
Okay, we'll get to WWE's Night of Champions. This is what the Red Bull does, apparently. Night of Champions, I'm absorbing some of the energy from your Red Bull too. Night of Champions, we're going to touch on that also in just a little while. But as always, we got to say, what's up to our bro, our finance bro, our fitness bro, our F&B entrepreneurship bro, sponsor of the podcast, Hasif.
Yo, Hasif is the man. He has been supporting us going on 2 years.
Yes.
He is all there for you if you want some financial advice, talks about entrepreneurship. You need a guy to talk about F&B as well. He has his own businesses.
You want to DM him about Mexican music? Also can. He will talk to you about one song.
Bro, if you DM him and suddenly send the song link, right, for no context, right, and then just say, foreign send me here, right, I think he will appreciate it as well.
I think he will vibe to it as well. So yes, drop him a follow if you haven't already on social media. On Instagram, it's Hasif_captures. And if you would like to slide into his DMs and, ask him out for Tay, because Tay with Hasif is a thing that he does, right? Feel free.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I hope Mr. Young, you enjoyed the little birthday gift that Hasif gave you this month. He is a very generous man. He's the reason why we have the lights on, or like how my lights are kind of partially on is because of
Yes.
him. And he's the reason why we can still do this podcast and, feel good doing it. He's spending our Sundays talking about wrestling, bro.
Absolutely. Hopefully, one of these days, Red Bull will also come in and be a sponsor and give us wings.
Bro, I am visualizing it, bro. I am trying to will it into reality. Let's go.
Okay, well, hold it to the camera and say Red Bull gives you wings.
Red Bull is making me high, bro. You know what this is? I'm like drunk Cody, bro. I got some libations right now. Maybe that's why the energy a bit high today, bro.
Bro, we gotta talk about Cody a little bit as well.
Bro, he's gonna sleep in the couch for a few years, bro. With the comments he's been making.
Dude, I can't wait for Roadlander, Homelander Cody. It's happening, bro. We can see it playing out, and I'm there for it. But we will talk about all that in just a bit, because first, it's not quite chronological, but I know the people are waiting. They want the foreign acknowledgement. NWE Showcase happened this weekend. Unfortunately, I could not be there. Well, first of all, set the tone. What was the vibe like this weekend?
Oh, guys, I mean, if you've never been to an NWE Showcase, I tell you, bro, it's giving me NXT vibes, bro. Like, we've seen Grapplemax grow, from the first time we kind of went to their shows, how their grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 matches were like. And we always felt like, this was a great showcase for the kids, the people who are training to be wrestlers, but it might be a bit of like a step too far for them to be featured on big shows with storylines and other, like full-fledged wrestlers as well. So I thought, this was a great way, that Greg and the team did in terms of giving a platform where it's really more focused on developing the talents with the New Wave Evolution. And I would say while the spotlight is that there's less pressure in that sense, because everyone comes into the show, watching the show with like no expectations, or like, you're there to support all these new wrestlers. But it gives us this pretty interesting vibe, because a lot of the wrestlers that come in, they're doing their graduation matches for the first time,
right?
And maybe they have like only a few matches in their arsenal as of the time that they are performing. Because of that, usually they will have their friends, they will have people that coming to support them, their first debut match. Remember, you were there for my debut match, Mr. Young.
Yes.
Right. So that brings a different energy, new audience, new people to the shows, right? So that in itself creates a different vibe. So if you guys, always go to Grapplemax and catch their main shows, you don't really expect, NWE to be of a similar kind of vibe.
Yep.
In fact, you get something completely different, and it's still enjoyable as well. And one thing I noticed about this show is it's actually the most crowded I've seen an NWE show. So I've only seen. So like I went for the previous one where the twins Armani and Alani debuted, right? It has grown a bit even more. So like it's developing its own audience. So that's a great shout out for them as well. And another thing that I noticed overall about the night, they are starting to drip feed main event storylines, weaving it into the show. So for example, if like a senior wrestler is like facing off against like a Grapplemax graduate, while their match is happening, things happen before, in between, or after the match that drives storylines further to build hype for the next big event. So there's stakes involved. So for example, like if I miss a showcase event, I wouldn't know things that have happened that would have drive the current storyline. So there's some things that actually are very pivotal in the build to wrestling festivals. So that's pretty cool.
It's very reminiscent of your main event, Raw, Smackdown people going to NXT, chilling out for a little bit. Maybe, have a bit of interaction, but also their storyline like passes through. I love it. I love that Grapplemax is doing that,
Yeah,
and yes,
for sure.
to your point, it gives people an extra like, oh, I came here to support the kids, but hey, Dave is here, or hey, so-and-so is here continuing their storyline. So now I'm invested. I want to see how this plays out. I buy a ticket for the next Grapplemax event, right?
Yeah, for sure. So, I implore you guys, Young and those people in the chat who've never watched an NWE show to give it a chance. Have no expectations, but then, you might actually come out of it like, wow, okay, the future is bright for sure. And I would definitely say overall, the future for Grapplemax specifically is pretty bright. We have some really good undiscovered gems, or maybe you've seen them. But I definitely know who's going to be the next big star in Grapplemax just from watching this Showcase 3. And we'll talk about that as well.
Okay, Zayden says, made Div cry. Div says, yeah. What made you What happened? Why? Was there a big happen? Okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Yeah. Shout out to Div as well. For those of you who do not know, we are still doing our Singapore Wrestler Top 20 ratings as well. It's a bit on and off this time around because of our schedules. But shout out to Div. She was there yesterday and she took some notes, gave me some reviews, and added some ratings as well. So she really helped me out with the first match because I wasn't able to catch the first match a bit late yesterday. So I felt that it's my duty to still report on that first match that happened. So shout out to Div. And we will talk about that crying moment in a bit as well.
Okay, I'm taking a look at the card right now. If you're watching the video version of this, bam, it's right there on your screen. Okay, so we'll go through them one by one. Is the first match the graduation tag team match, the one that kicked off the night?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Between Showtime Inc. and the debutants, which is Niche and Maximilian, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so again, I have never seen Maximilian perform. I have never seen Niche perform. I mean, I've chatted with Niche before, and I know he was a trainee. Something very interesting about Niche. I found out that he is very involved in not only the Surya acting scene.
Oh, is he?
So apparently he does a bit of acting and production stuff, but apparently he also does his own hosting, and he does some emceeing for PAP.
Interesting. Well, man's got a lot of hats. I like it.
Man's wearing a lot of hats, and one of his hats is becoming a graduate for Grapplemax. So that's really, really cool. I didn't manage to find out a bit more about Maximilian. So forgive me, Maximilian, if you're listening to this podcast. I would love to know more about you. Probably say hi to me on the next show. But yeah, so these two are making their debuts. As you can tell, physically, we got one guy who's all strength and one guy who's all quickness and passion, right? So that's the vibe I'm getting, and they're facing off against a very formidable first time opponents in like Showtime Inc. Like, what a way to have your first debut match, bro, against Showtime Inc. Come on, bro.
Yeah, and the returning Val as well, the returning Showtime.
Yeah, correct. So of course I wasn't there personally to kind of review the match, but I'm gonna read off the review that Div gave. So to give some context. Okay, so according to her, it was a very fiery debut for the new NWE talent. Nish and Max did really well in getting the crowd pumped up, and she liked their pacing overall as well. So shout out to them. Pacing is really, really hard to get right as a new wrestler. So if that caught Div's eye, you guys must be doing something right. So shout out to you guys for that. Max did really, really well selling the damage, and Nish was consistently getting in Showtime's Inc.'s faces to show that they wouldn't really back down from these bullies. A bit of young fire right there.
Yeah. I want to chime in here about the fact that I think it's so awesome that their first opponents were Showtime Inc. Because we've, talked about them like ad nauseum, right? How amazing heels they are. We featured Julian because we've seen him more wrestling this year as well. How good he is at getting heel heat to a point where technically the faces don't have to do anything. They will default get cheered.
Bro, we need our Julian to make his Kick to the Gut podcast debut.
Yes.
I can't believe he's never been on the show officially.
Right.
So we've got to learn more about him. But yeah, what better opponents, right? You got you got a veteran in Val who's really great at like the basics and the like animated facials and expressions and all that.
Being the ring general, yeah.
He can get the heat. And then you got Julian, who is an underrated worker, right?
Yeah.
Super underrated. Even he does all the little things so well. So I think they would have done a great job in highlighting, Nish and Maximilian's fighting spirit in this match, putting them through a lot of adversity. So let me just finish up what Div said as well. So she said it was good to see Showtime Inc. back, albeit back to their dastardly cheating ways. Yes, they have been cheating their way back to business as well.
What did you expect? It's Showtime. Showtime.
Yeah.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Funny thing about being fast, you end up waiting a lot. First to show up, first in line, then just waiting. Me, I rev up Chumba Casino. With over 200 social casino games, no slow lanes here. Why sit around when you can spin? I'm already racing. Your turn. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Very interestingly, she made this one more very telling line. Julian seemed to have an extra skip in his step with his boss back.
Well, yeah, it makes sense, right? The rest of Showtime all went away, and he was like, that was the whole story of his past couple of months, right? He's alone in Showtime. You had Prabhu injured, you had Calvin leave.
Yeah, so like, I mean, Showtime is a bit in ruins, but now that Val is back, probably there's gonna be some renewed focus on the family. So Showtime Inc. reminds me a bit of like the Bloodline, right? There's so many iterations of it,
Yeah.
but somehow like once the main guy comes back, kind of unites the whole thing. A bit of insider info for those who are interested to know. I was talking to Crypto Bro, Lady Killer, right? After the show, and then he said like it's great to have Val back. And you know what he said? He said something else. He said like, we lock him into a storyline. He can't run away anymore. He can't disappear anymore.
What?
I wonder what that means. I wonder what that means.
Right.
Yeah. So of course, Showtime got the victory. I'm very, very hopeful, to see more of Nish and Maximilian in the future. I hope to be able to see you guys with my own eyes, see how you guys perform. But congrats on the debut. A bit of a tease for the SW Singapore Wrestler Top 20. So one thing we do is we give star ratings for our wrestlers right now, right? We were kind of debating previously, right, Young? Do you remember? Whether should we grade the youngsters, the rookies, right?
The NWEs, yeah.
Correct. But Div went ahead and did it. So you know what? Just as a little tease for those of you who are not on our Patreon, want to be a Patreon member and find out the full ratings, let's give a bit of context of some of the ratings just for this match. What do you think?
Okay, sure.
Okay, so she gave Showtime, Val and Julian both 4 stars. 4 stars out of 5. She gave Nish and Maximilian 3.5 for debutants.
That's very not bad for their debut match, graduation match.
Correct. So you guys impressed Div, so shout out to you guys. Great job.
Well done. Okay, the next match is very interesting to me because one of the participants of this match, I believe this is the match we're talking about, right? I have history with, goes way back to when I first broke into the media industry. Was this the match? Were you there for this match with...
Not yet.
Not yet. This wasn't the match,
That's the third match. Okay, you'll talk about that after that.
So what was the second match then?
The second match was Ban Sachak versus Justin.
Okay.
Again, we've not seen Justin in action. I think he have wrestled a couple of times. But I haven't really paid attention to him and what he's all about.
Yep.
So very interesting use of Ban Sachak as well, right? Because Ban Sachak technically is now the number 1 contender for the Grapplemax heavyweight title.
Correct.
Right? And openweight title, I mean. And he's a baby face.
Right.
So you're fighting against Justin, who of course is like a rookie. So it's like a baby face mentor kind of veteran. It's so weird to call Ban a veteran, but he is at this point in time, right? Yeah. Somebody like him versus Justin. So it's almost as if like the crowd was kind of, I would say it's a Japanese crowd. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like the crowd is like respectfully watching the match, but not necessarily reacting or like cheering or like booing, people. Like they are just observing the match.
Watching it play out as it were. Okay.
Correct. So a couple of things I said, beautiful arm drag counter reminded me of Eddie Guerrero from Justin. So that's one of the things I realized. He did a lot of great counters. The arm drag. He used a lot of his limbs as strikes. Almost to the point, in my head, I was thinking to myself, is this guy like a Muay Thai background or something? Remember how we were talking about how Ban is like the Muay Thai guy, but he's not?
Yeah.
But it's actually, in terms of employing the limbs and strikes, it was Justin doing it. So I put this note where I said, he kind of reminds me of Bryan Danielson with his moveset.
Okay.
Because he actually did a running knee as one of his finisher or like hope spot. Like there was this one big climax where he actually got Ban in the corner and like ran to the ropes to the corner and then suddenly swing back with a running knee. I was like, whoa, damn! Did he just do the yes knee,
right.
Busaiko knee?
The Busaiko knee, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So great. Never say die attitude. It was a very valiant effort, but of course you had Ban kind of getting getting the comeback and delivering a rock bottom for the finale. So, and he got the win lah. So
in this case, it was a face match lah.
It felt like a face match to me. Like that was the vibe I was getting.
Because let's not forget that Ban is a good guy now. He's come out of that whole thing with Dave.
He's the good guy. He's been made with his previous match with Dave, right? The chairs match at Fight Club. So he's technically gunning for the world title. So speaking of things that made Dave cry.
Oh, okay. Wait. Let's talk about Ban won here, obviously, right?
Yes, correct. So Ban won.
Okay.
Ban was celebrating.
Oh.
I was looking at my phone to write notes. And I look up just in time, bro. It was a flash, bro. It was out of nowhere, bro.
Okay.
You have the openweight champion sliding in and delivering an unexpected cutter, RKO, whatever you call it, on Bun as he's celebrating.
Okay. I saw the clip of this on Instagram. You posted in your story.
Yes.
Hotshot Wilson.
Correct. So here's the conundrum, right? I was shocked, right?
Yeah.
I was like, babyface fighting champion for over a year, coming in to do a sneak attack?
Yeah. I remember in the video, I don't know why I cracked up at this, but you were yelling, Wilson, are you a heel? He will answer, yes, foreign. I was like, bro, what the hell? What a question. Are you a heel?
Bro, what a mock thing to say, right?
Yeah, are you a heel? Just boo the guy lah. Are you a heel, bro?
No, that's the thing. The crowd didn't know what to do. Because the crowd is like, what? Isn't that Wilson?
Yeah.
Why is he doing a... So like the crowd was legitimately confused.
Right, okay, so then my question is, did he play it off like he had become this bad guy, or like, did anything in Wilson's body language give the impression that, yes, you should boo me now? Or was this confusing for people?
Well, I mean, you can see the listeners saying on the chat. Zayden say, "Oh, this match, he's definitely the good guy now." Bun is wholesome but dangerous. Oh, Zayden say, not just hot shot, hotter shot now.
Lol.
Okay, so Div say hot shot did a kill shot on Bun. Hot shot is so over all the disrespect. Okay, so there's two ways to look at it, right? Maybe Div, it's speculating that maybe Hotshot has been hearing all this criticism, perhaps, about his championship reign. Some of them coming from us, apparently. Probably he's trying to prove himself, trying to get one up on Bun to kind of assert dominance as a champion. That could be one way to look at it.
Sure, right? but maybe he hasn't necessarily, quote unquote, turned heel.
For sure. But there was an edge to him. For sure, right?
There was a equivalent to him.
Yeah. So you know why?
Yeah.
Because again, you said I asked on the IGS shouting, "Are you a heel?" Right? After the match or after the whole event, I hung around, talked to the wrestlers, and before I left, I did say goodbye to Hotshot. I said, "Hey bro, I'm gonna make a move first. I got one question for you, bro."
God.
So do you just turn heel? And then he said, "You know what? Why don't you just speculate, lah?"
My God.
So let the speculations begin. So
yes.
So I'm very curious. But Div cried because of this, I guess.
Oh my God. Well, because Div, I believe Wilson is one of her favorite wrestlers out there, and then now he's this, Well, we cannot confirm whether he is in fact a heel. Our intrepid journalist, bro. That's what you are, a journalist, bro. Excuse me, sir. Did you do it? Are you a heel? That's what you. Excuse me, like when people are walking out of the courts and then you have journalists yelling stupid questions.
Remember that time when one of the mothership reporters tried to interview Iswaran when he came out of the court, and then she tripped over herself, and Iswaran had to help her out. Hey.
You should have tripped, bro. Then maybe then Wilson, if he pick you up, that means he's still face. But if he laugh at you, then confirm plus chop, he's a heel.
But can you imagine, right? While all that was happening, the crowd was stunned and booing. Then suddenly I stood up from the front row, I pulled out a random mic and then stick it in the ring.
Are you a heel?
Are you a heel, bro? Can you confirm to our audience or keep to the guy that are you a heel?
Bro, that is a t-shirt. #, are you a heel? That is a t-shirt in the making, bro. I love it.
But anyway, Div says apparently it's all Greg's fault since because he has been calling Bun the MVP of Causeway Jam.
Okay. Nice. Yeah.
He's calling Bun. He's not calling his own faction member the MVP.
I like that as justification. I like that, from a storyline perspective, there is a reason, and it's not just he's turning heel because it's time,
Yeah. So then again, this is what I mean. Even though it's a NWE showcase, there's main storyline stakes, main show roster stakes that is playing out. Because if we didn't go to NWE showcase, we were just wrestling festival, we were like, hey, why suddenly the crowd a bit mixed on Hotshot?
Yeah. And I love that it created social media moments as well. I implore the Grapplemax NWE social media team to reach out to Foreign to get that clip of him asking the question that everyone wants to know the answer to. Our intrepid journalist over here. You must post that as an Instagram. Are you a heel?
Bro,
#, are you
I'm
a
surprised.
heel?
I'm surprised you actually listen to the volume. I didn't even realize I was recording and saying that.
It's
over the
hilarious,
volume.
bro. I laugh my ass off. Like, oh my god, great,
Bro,
great journalism.
Just for you, I'll put it as a reel, bro. I'll put it as an IG reel.
No, do it. Are you a heel? Hashtag. Let's make it a thing. Hashtag. Are you a heel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll shut.
Let's talk about that next match then. We're talking about the singles match, correct?
Yes, correct. So the third match is a bit of your history right now. You want to reference, right, Mr. Yap?
Correct, because we talked about it last week or was it the week before? I can't remember. On the podcast as well. You know, when I was first breaking out into the entertainment business, into the media business, right? I joined this talent search called The Next Big Thing. Insert Brock Lesnar jokes here.
Okay.
And the person who actually won this talent show, I didn't win it. The person who won it was Desmond Childs, aka
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Funny thing about being fast, you end up waiting a lot. First to show up, first in line, then just waiting. Me, I rev up Chumba Casino. With over 200 social casino games, no slow lanes here. Why sit around when you can spin? I'm already racing. Your turn. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Wait, what's his full? Denormous. I want to say delicious. I don't know why, but Denormous. Yes.
Denormous. Yeah. So that was so basically when we put it on the chat, and then I think he commented right on the
Correct.
YouTube or something, right?
Correct. The episode we talked to Greg about, the upcoming shows, and then he mentioned, "Hey, Denormous is me. Remember me, young?" I was like, "Oh my god, there he is, right there."
There you go. Damn. Okay, so you did not recognize him in all this, Scarp?
No, I absolutely recognize him. Like
Okay.
I recognize that face anyway. I just didn't know him by name. I didn't know that was the name he was going by.
Oh, like his alter ego lah. You weren't aware
Yes,
lah.
correct. But if you think about it, right, like drag queens and stuff like that, it's so wrestling. If you think about it, everyone is wrestling is playing a role, is dressing up, playing a different character or maybe a more flamboyant version of themselves. So I'm not surprised that this collaboration actually came to fruition, because if you think about being a drag queen and being a wrestler, there are a lot of connections and similarities in terms of the psyche.
One thing first thing that came to my mind when I saw Denormous, he came to the ring, and I told this to Crypto Bro as well. I said, bro, he reminds me of what?
Who?
Adrian Adonis.
You mean Adrian Street?
Street. Adrian Adonis is his actual wrestler name, right?
Oh, okay, right. Got you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So of course, like there was a time when it was all this campy drag glamour stuff. Of course, like more modern fans would remember Rico and Charlie Haas. But you're right, there's absolutely a space for like drag queen and this kind of subculture content for pro wrestling, because it just fits, right? Like the pomp, the circumstance, the costumes, the glamour, even the heel moves, even the call outs, like the cattiness, it's just wrestling, right?
Can I ask, this was a spin-off of what happened at their Pink Fest event, right? Where
Correct.
Denormous was a part of, and then somehow or other during that event, one of the storylines that played out was a friendship between Ming Ray.
Correct. So I think this was kind of a rematch between Ming Ray and Crypto Bro. That took place at Pinkfest. So a bit context, Pinkfest happened, I think, a couple of weeks ago at New Baru, right after Fight Club. And one of the sponsors for the event was actually, basically, I think this is almost like a partnership. So if you think about it, like AAA and WWE, so, they went and do a show for Pinkfest. And then in return, I think Pinkfest was sponsoring this particular NWE Showcase. And
shout out to Big Dave, by the way, in chat, who says it's a continuation. Yes, it's a continuation of everything is canon, like Greg says. I love it. I appreciate stuff like that. Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
So I think in return, they started off some sort of storyline at Pinkfest, and then it makes a lot of sense. Radiant having this alliance with Denormous. I mean, both colorful characters, colorful costumes. It's really, really good. But what's so hilarious is that, of course, who can deny Crypto Bro and his scammer personality? What? I would dare say, Crypto Bro, Dennis, he is the Randy Orton of Grapplemax at this point in time.
That's a very good comparison, but yes.
He is right. He is getting the most by doing the least.
I don't really want to say that.
No, but in a good way, right? Like in terms of like he's really maximizing. Like he doesn't have to do all the crazy moves anymore. Yeah. He doesn't have to overly try to be a heel. He just walks into the crowd and people are just chanting scammer. The moment the Bitcoin symbol come up, people are just like scammer. You know? Yeah, and being the chauvinist that he is, right?
Mm-hmm.
The fact that he is standing opposite, Radiant Ray with the Enormous in her corner, like that, the whole dynamic there, it just writes itself, right?
So was this like a no holds barred thing? Because I saw some interference. I'm not sure if it was after the match as well. I saw a spot where it was quite funny, like the Enormous like he hip checked him from behind, webcam stuff.
Okay, so this is the part that I got a problem with our referee Sofian, bro.
Oh, okay, calling out Sofian. Alamak, okay, Sofian is a well-loved referee, bro. Are you sure you want to go down this path?
Bro,
wait, hang on. Are you a heel?
Am I becoming a heel? No, bro. Okay, we all love Sofian. Sofian is great. But Sofian, bro, why are you not doing your job, bro? Why are you letting a disqualification, clearly a disqualification, just happen? Are you becoming an AEW wrestler? What's going on, bro?
AEW referee, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the AEW referee, yes, correct. Okay, so just to explain the context of the match. So, like, again, Radiant was trying to get one back on Crypto after whatever happened on Pink Fest. The veteran tried to ground Rui down. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, right? She has the power advantage, so he kind of kept her grounded, tried to wrench her ankles, targeted her limbs, loving all the elbow down to the lower limbs, great heel move. But Dean almost got involved halfway through the match, right? So so it all started off with him like kind of catcalling, kind of like shitting on Crypto Bro throughout the big part of the match. And then it went to a point where, Dennis was annoyed and pissed off and like, you know what? Hey, you got a problem with me? Come. Come to the ring lah. So Dean almost went to the apron and he invited him to take a shot, to come inside the ring.
Hold on, Najwan has clarified. Sofian wanted to DQ D Enormous, but LK stopped him. So it was LK's fault.
Okay.
LK said, don't DQ, it's okay.
So right now you're telling me all the wrestlers can just go to the referee and say, you know what, let's make this into a non-disqualification match.
Well, we've seen crazier shit happen. So hey, who are we to argue wrestling logic?
Yeah, you know what, I actually just, Sofian, if you are the referee, whether it's in football or in wrestling, if the players say, hey, you know what, that guy slide tackle me, don't give him a red card. I want to slide tackle him back. All's fair in love and war. It can't be what, bro. Come on.
True. Okay, so we can confirm Foreign has not turned heel. It's not selective reporting. Okay,
I'm just trying to understand the logic. Fine. So say if LK insists, like, you know what, bring him in, let him do it. That's fine, right? Yeah. So again, I'm very, very surprised because like that happened, right? Yeah. So now I had to like take my brain off. Like, okay, fine. This is now, I guess, anything goes match. And
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This is why I love Dennis, right? So of course, Dean always got to do all the trying to come on him in terms of like trying to make him uncomfortable and and then he's like, get away from me, blah blah blah. Then he just administered a peck on the cheek, a kiss to Dennis, right?
And then he forgot.
Bro sold it like Shawn Michaels 2005 against Hulk Hogan, bro. He was bro sold the kiss and he took a flat bump and then started flipping around like a fish, bro. What the hell is going on?
I hope there's a video of this. I would very much like to see it.
There should be. So I was like, okay, guys. I mean, this is hilarious. So at this point, I was laughing my ass off. And then, of course, there was, if you saw the video that I posted on IGS, right? The match ended with an incredibly visually interesting double team move.
Bro, did you just almost say incredible? It's like Triple A, incredible. Because you were listening to much Mexican music, bro.
Bro, too much Mexican, bro.
Bro, are you a heel, bro? Are you a Mexican, bro?
Foreign heel turn. Sorry, guys. I'm just seeing the chat right now. You guys are calling me a heel, bro.
Are you a heel? Bro, we have...
It's the libations, bro.
We have two memes from today. Are you a heel and Mexican music?
Okay, guys. Let me know. Let's do a poll. Do you guys want more foreign with Red Bull to the shows? I think it helps with the entertainment value.
I love it. I want forward with more Red Bull.
Oh dear God. Okay. So let me just put a bow on this. So so there was a very incredibly visually aesthetic tag team finisher. I don't know how to explain it lah, but essentially the enormous boink
from the back.
Dennis. I can't remember from the front or from the back lah, but it's definitely was a boinking movement going on, which was a beautiful setup for Radiant Ray to deliver her finisher. So that was like a pretty cool setup. Yeah. So let me see. Yeah. So it was a great double T. I believe it was a spine buster. I'm so sorry. Radiant, if I got it wrong.
Yes, I saw the clip. It was Denormous bumping LK from behind. LK stumbles forward into the spine buster.
Yeah, so I mean, that was a great tag team move, right? If it was a tag team match or 2-on-1 handicap match, but as a 1-on-1 singles match with technically DQ rules, that is a clear disqualification, Mr. Young, right?
Okay, you write a strongly worded email and send it to who is the head of operations of NWE? Who's the Shawn Michaels around here?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but okay. But you know what? Like all joking aside, all kidding aside, I think I saw really clear improvement from Radiant Ray in this match, right?
Okay.
Like not just her movements, like her power moves were impressive. She was clean, she was snappy, but she has developed this character, right? This Radiant Ray character, Ming Ray, Radiant. I mean, all those things were cool in terms of like naming conventions.
Yeah.
But she has started to exhibit that personality, like this, never say die. I'm not gonna stand down, for all this like bad behavior. I'm gonna stand up for my friends.
Yeah.
And I think putting Denormous as her manager was a brilliant move. I hope to see more of them together. As actually they look good. Yeah.
The most random fact. Now that this is all over, right? That's two people from the next big thing that have been in the ring with LK. If you think about it.
Wow.
Okay, where are my former contestants? Jeremy, Stella, Charlene.
My God.
I don't remember the rest of them. Oh my God.
Mr. Young, I tell you, there are people in this chat who weren't even born when the next big thing happened. I'm pretty sure, bro.
Actually, I have footage of the final somewhere. Okay?
Holy shit!
And it is bro. Maybe if we hit X amount of patrons, I will put the footage there. But hear me out, bro.
Okay.
There's a moment I was on stage in pleather pants and a blue sweater. Like fake leather, right? Like PVC leather, shiny as F. Think Test. Remember Test's pants last time?
Okay.
Blue sweater. This is what MediaCorp go and dress me like that one. Blue sweater, shaking my butt to Ricky Martin's Livin' La Vida Loca.
Where is this footage and why is this not online, bro? Mr. What's going on?
It's not on YouTube because back then there was no YouTube, but I have it somewhere. Okay, I ripped it off a VHS tape because my dad and mom recorded it because their dear boy is on TV, bro.
Wait, what? So wait, this was next big thing was a Channel 5 show, right?
It was a Channel 5 show back in 2000, like early 2000s. I think it was 2005.
So you're telling me, Mr. Young, you were a television celebrity?
No. I was a contestant on a talent show.
Okay, fine. That was on TV.
That's the one that Denormous Desmond won, right?
Holy shit, okay.
And as part of the finals, we had to go on stage and perform at Neon City. There was a big stage. It was live on TV. My God, me shaking my bonbon. No, it was Shake Your Bonbon, not Living La Vida Loca.
Shake Your Bonbon.
Yeah, Shake Your Bonbon, Shake Your Bonbon. Yeah, exactly. In a blue sweater and leather pants. It's out there. It's out there, and maybe one day I'll rip that video onto my phone.
Wait. So what was the talent they were trying to showcase then? Like what is this talent? Is it so you're dancing?
Bro, this is Channel 5. Okay, you have to understand that Channel 5 is like the people who come up with shit in Channel 5. It's the lowest of low quality. Talent show. Okay, go on stage and dance to some Kylie Minogue spinning around. That's their mentality. Channel 5. That's why nobody watches that shit, bro.
Breaking news: former talent search contestant is shitting on MediaCorp.
I would not be the first. Okay,
fine,
and it wasn't even a big star. At least the Channel 8 Star Search one.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, that one's a big deal, right? The Channel 5 one, wow, yeah, really. So woo.
Bro, this is a deep cut, bro. I'm sorry, it doesn't come to mind because when 2001? You say 2001, right?
Yeah, or 2 or 3. I can't remember already.
I was probably like I was 8 years old watching Teletubbies, bro. So I got no contact. I'm sorry, Mr. Young. Okay,
I have Lime magazine somewhere with that
Oh
actual.
damn, Lime.
Do you remember Lime magazine?
I love Lime. Lime was my jam back in the day, man.
Bro, if I have the issues where we were featured.
Holy shit, good for you.
Yeah.
Bro, my jam was going to the mama shop, buying new paper and Lime magazine, bro.
Bro, I remember the issue was with Backstreet Boys on the cover, and then I'm inside.
Shows your age. Okay.
Deep cut, bro. Irvin remembers that shit. You see, Irvin's like, oh, lie, man. Y'all remember that shit.
Bro, kick to the gut. Watch for the wrestling, stay for the deep cuts.
Yes. Diveralty also remembers.
Holy shit. Okay, Ken.
I will find it one of these days. I'll show you all. Okay, but yes, back to this.
So, Mr. Young, are we ever gonna do a photo op between you and Denormous, like Triple H style?
I would love to.
Okay, Ken. So shout out Denormous, somebody who is in contact with Denormous. Clip this part, send it to them, and tell that Mr. Young wants to have a good catch up.
Bro, I have stories hanging out with that group. Unfortunately, like you go through things with people, like the whole competition, talent search thing, right? I don't know how many of you have been in a talent contest like this before, but you form a certain bond. But once it's over, it's like y'all just lead your own lives and disappear.
Yeah, I get it.
That's why seeing Desmond suddenly brings back all these memories. I'm like, oh my god, I remember a time when I was fresh faced and not jaded at all.
Yeah.
Not to say that I'm jaded now, but you know what I'm saying.
It was a moment in time. Like it was an era. It was like Triple H and Undertaker, end of an era.
Yeah. I just really, really remember that going out with the group, right? It's 3 guys and 4 girls. 3 guys, 4 girls, or 3 guys and 5 girls, right? Okay. And I was the only one interested in girls.
Got you.
So, and clubbing with them was like, really? I'm the odd one out.
You watch How I Met Your Mother, right?
Yeah.
So you're that episode with when Marshall went to the gay bar and he was he was like so proud that like guys were hitting on him after a while. He got like annoying after.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is a crazy tika, but shout out to you, bro. Firstly, can you stop it with the comments? Apparently now my starter pack has expanded to lotion, Red Bull, and new paper. What's going on?
Why new paper? Wait, why new paper?
Yeah. Well, I mean, new paper. Okay, you know why? You know why, bro? Last time, right? If you're a sports fan, right, your favorite thing to watch or read, right, is the new paper back pages.
Yeah, the column they will have like what was that guy's name? Is it Neil Humphreys?
Neil Humphreys was one of the famous guy. Ivan Lim. I got a couple I remember.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Greg who's in the chat right now, by the way. What's up?
Yo, Greg. Okay, Greg said just popping to say hi. Thanks for the coverage. We'll catch up on the recap after my evening appointments, bro.
No worries.
Pull out some Red Bull. You're gonna enjoy yourself listening to this review. Okay.
There are a lot of diversions and deviations, but yes, new paper, back pages.
Yeah, great. It was a great time. I mean, as somebody who loves to read, like I just devoured those pages because, like, they always used to joke that new paper was a bit more of like the scandalous.
Tabloidy lah.
Yeah, more tabloid. Yeah. And then like, the serious stuff is Straits Times. So I kind of had a thing for like, I need to like really read all the nonsense that happened. Also the sports and also the movie reviews were really, really good back in the day.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, so it was good. It was a good time. Yeah, okay. So anyway, there was a good review of the match. We talked too much about we went too much of a sidetrack. Let's get back on track, Mr. Young.
Okay, back on track. Here we go. The next match, we are looking at the main roster tag team match.
Yes, correct. So this is after intermission, we had a tag team match between Heaven and Earth, which consists of Lavin and Simon Sia. Great name, by the way. Get that sponsorship, guys. Go for it. Heaven and Earth, let's go.
Bro, can you imagine them holding a can of Heaven and Earth green tea?
No, they must. Okay, Simon Sia must do the kung fu pose, like the serious pose, right? And then like with the Heaven and Earth green tea there.
So many sponsorship ideas.
Yeah,
that we generated. By the way, remember Royal Albatross last.
Royal Albatross for Ships Ahoy.
Ships Ahoy, yeah.
Heaven and Earth needs to get that green tea partnership, guys. Do go for it, guys. Go for it.
Zayden says before the match, Aussie came out. What happened? Why?
Yes, correct. Okay, so Aussie came out. I think they announced that while they are not on the card for NWE, they are actually going to a Taiwanese promotion. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Is it like New Taiwan Entertainment or something like that? I think it's NWE, but that acronym. I can't really remember off the top of my head the full name of promotion, but apparently Taiwan has their own wrestling promotion, and they have a top tag team there. I can't remember the name. I think it was like something circus or something. Guys, please help me out.
But Div says they got haunted by the Taiwanese Joker.
Correct, because one half of the tag team from that Taiwanese tag team literally just looks like the Joker. It's like a Taiwanese Joker. You got the face paint, the whole smile deal and everything, right?
Okay, is it NTW Wrestling?
And New Taiwan Wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just pulled up their Instagram page, by the way.
Correct. So they are, I think Sean is going there. But of course, YC isn't because of baby daddy duties. But it seems like the Taiwanese tag team is also trying to kind of like get themselves in the tag team picture to potentially, challenge them. So I believe they made that announcement on the showcase that they are coming for the tag team titles at Grapplemax Wrestling Festival.
Oh, cool. Okay, so I'm looking at the video right now. There's no audio, but it says Sean and Lucifer versus Moon Circus. So that's a match.
So Moon Circus is Moon Circus is
champions
the tag team.
of NTW.
They are the NTW side of the title.
There you go.
They're gonna go for the match.
Look at this guy! Look at this guy! He looks scary as F. That's why you call him the Taiwanese Joker.
Correct. Yeah. Nashwan, you're right. He was at the 7th anniversary last year.
I remember. Yes. Okay. So Simon's gonna be facing Alex Cool, which is very cool.
Yeah, very, very cool. Shout out to Simon. I mean, doing big things, traveling to cover wrestling.
I don't know why I got distracted by this Instagram.
Bro, are you showing the right content? What's going on, bro?
This is NTW, bro. I don't know. Something about it made me click on it. I don't know why.
I think the first few seconds explains it. Okay. Wait. Are we following NTW on the podcast page?
I'm not sure, but I'm looking at their content right now. I don't know what it is about the design of this poster, but it is very much like Chinese drama, imperial drama vibes.
You know what? I'm gonna follow that right now. Is it New Taiwan 2? Is that the one? No, bro. I just
NTW Wrestling, bro. NTW Wrestling.
NTW, and the W is a. Oh, okay. I see it. Oh, we followed them already, bro.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, pretty cool design. Okay, but can I? Before we talk about the match itself, the potential of the match, I need to say something about Aussie, bro.
Okay, say it.
I'm still not a fan of Sean's promos, right?
Okay.
Sean Punk's promos, it's a hit and miss for me, personally, because we all love Aussie. They have the crowd support. Even though at Fight Club, there were more fans cheering for Ships Ahoy, right?
Yeah.
But I think storyline-wise, it makes sense that they, win back the title. There was this whole storyline arc, right? So now they are the champions, so they are the main guys. This was just technically supposed to be like a promo, like a throwaway promo to promote this wrestling festival.
Right.
But I was sitting there and I was listening to them, and I was listening to Sean, and I felt cringe, lah. I'm sorry, lah. I mean, I just think like Sean has a specific delivery style, right?
Yeah.
Which I think is a bit. Remember last time that people used to kind of Jim Cornette used to criticize Keith Lee, because he sounds a bit like a baritone Luther Vandross trying to like. You know what I mean?
And also his speech patterns. I'm referring to the Keith Lee commentary, right? And I kind of get it as well. He speaks like Frasier Crane on the show Frasier. And I don't know if you ever watched the show Frasier. I know I was the only one, because Frasier speaks in a very atas. He's American, but he speaks like with an English accent, and he uses bombastic words because he's so well educated and that kind of thing, right? And the whole premise of that show was that he's this uppity, snooty, high society guy, but he falls in love with the nanny who's from like England, who's the opposite. She's from the UK, but she's a nanny. She's quote unquote not as high class as him. So that was the juxtaposition of that sitcom.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah. So I get that dynamic, right? So you have like the more down to earth character to kind of ground the more
Yeah.
atas character. So in this case, in the Aussie's context, I think YC is that grounded character. You know, he's a dad. He comes across as very relatable, very likable, and he feels real, right? Even when he cuts his promos, it feels real.
Yeah.
But just something about Sean's delivery just makes me feel like it's very put on, right? And
Yeah.
and he's not that person. I know him. You know, we've talked and all that. So I don't think it's that. But just when he delivers the promo, it just gives us the impression. So now when I'm listening to it, I don't feel like it's a baby face, you know, trying to defend their crown.
Yeah.
It feels more like, you know, we're like the arrogant heels, but only when Sean does it. Like it harkens back to the previous last years where they were teasing this rivalry, right? So I just wanted it to be over and done with. That's why.
Are you saying that his delivery lends itself more towards being a heel than a babyface? Because there is an air of put on ism, I guess is the because it's very hard to do a babyface promo.
Yeah, it is.
It's easier to be a dick. It's easier to use big words and talk down to people, you know?
Correct. But I think the fact is like, you know, you gotta talk to your audience, right?
Yeah.
And when Sean does it, like the audience is not responding because I think they do not know how to respond to how he delivers it, right? It's almost as if like, hey, it's story time, so why not we gonna fight for the title? You know, like it feels like a play, you know, like he is kind of talking to kids. I don't know. I'm just trying to be as objective in my review as possible. So
#foreign. Are you a heel? You've healed on Sufyan, you've healed on Sean, like a lot of the beloved characters that we all love. Like chat is in stunned silence right now at how harsh you've been. Are you okay? Do you need a hug?
You know what? Okay, let's refer to chat because Dave said I feel like Sean is very Aussie in his delivery, but after 2024, there's a sense of Sean could snap and go crazy anytime. Irvin says too formal.
Okay, I actually understand where you're coming from. As somebody who has been in the radio business for way too many years already, there are some people who in real life, when you talk to them, they are charismatic AF. You talk to them, you think to yourself, oh my God, they could be really good on the radio. But the second the camera is on or the mic is on, suddenly they speak in a weird cadence that is forced and fake. I call it the red light syndrome because when the red light goes on, suddenly their personality drains away and they feel like they have to perform. Performative, I think, is the word that gets thrown around a lot by Jim Cornette, right? He's performing the character as opposed to the opposite is like a CM Punk where he's just talking. It's him, right?
It's such a fine line, right? It's such a fine line, right? Because like I can use the same feedback on like Sarah Coulthard and Christian, but for some reason I feel that that's really their authentic character. You know what I mean? It doesn't come across put on.
That works for them now that they are heel. As faces, it didn't work, right?
Exactly. So could be a heel alignment thing. I'm not sure. It's just that like that felt like a cringy part of the show, which that's why I kind of forgot about it. I glazed over it. Then now that Irvin reminded me, I was like, okay, now I remember why it didn't resonate with me. But yeah, so they're fighting for the titles. And again, like Div say, let's see how their second run goes. They are still a top tag team. But based on the match I'm going to talk about next, I feel like Grapplemax is developing like new tag teams, which I feel has the potential to be legitimate challenges beyond just the Ships Ahoy, Aussie dynamic.
Right. So, okay, you're talking about Heaven and Earth versus Christian and Big Dave. Talk to me about why that was the tag team, or did they address the reason why Dave was here?
Yes, correct. So they did address it in the pre-match package. Of course, our dear Sarah Coulthard took an insane, hellacious table bump. We were there, right?
Yes.
We were there. So she has been selling the injury. So you can have the promo play in the background. But yeah, she has been selling the injury. She's like walking around in a sling, you know, as you can tell.
The eye patch is so funny, yeah.
Yeah, so all that is happening. So essentially, she can't wrestle at this point in time, right? So this, I think for Christian, it's kind of like he's in between now. Like, is he going to do a singles run or does he need to find like a new ally? So that's the whole situation they're trying to play out. So as the promo is going to say that he actually found like somebody who he could ally with, which turns out to be Big Dave, right? So yeah, so Big Dave, I think it's more of like a alliance of convenience, right? So he of course has his issues with Heaven and Earth. He has fought with Simon so many times. Oh, there you go. So there's a big reveal, right?
Ta-da!
Yeah, so Big Dave is all about basically, you know what? Let's do this. We can ally together, team up. Let's beat these wrestlers. But you guys don't get in my way, and everything will be okay. So he kind of was like intimidating Ships Ahoy lah in a way, right? Which is great. That's perfect for his character. So in the match itself, you actually had Sarah being the manager. So they came out together. So like Ships Ahoy came out together as a tag team, but she was by ringside, and you had Dave and Christian working together against Heaven and Earth, right?
Okay, yeah.
So for me, my comments were quite straightforward. I thought that Big Dave and Christian really worked well together. I mean, I'm not surprised, right? They they were bonded by their villainy. That's what I wrote. Again, great mat wrestling from Lavin. Shout out to him as always. To start off with Christian, and then when Big Dave entered, Simon was like kind of screaming at Lavi, like, let me be the one to like fight, Big Dave.
Okay.
So Simon came in. Simon had like, of course, the big man, little man spot, right? It was really, really. I think for the people who were there for the first time watching, I think they were very impressed with Simon Sia, because of course Simon Sia is the one that you introduce when you want to see like high flying stuff in Grapplemax, right?
Hang on, Div Royalty says, you mean Large Dave? Explain to me what that is a reference to. Did he call himself Large Dave?
No, it's Christian who called him Large Dave.
Oh.
As he was introducing to Sarah, like, I got a,
Large Dave.
I got a Large Dave as my ally. So yeah, it was, I love that play. So yeah, again, Simon was like, delivering all these great high flying spots, from Hurricanrana to a dive to the outside, which I caught on camera. Lots of heat on Lavin. So very, very interesting. You have Lavin playing the babyface in peril spot, where it was like, Christian and Big Dave taking turns kind of attacking him. And basically the big, tag of the match is to Simon. Yeah, so I think they're really positioning Simon as like the big sequence spot person.
Spot guy, yeah. The big comeback guy, yeah.
Yeah. So like I think sorry, my brain is not working. Like, what is the big tag that you do to
Hot
get
tag?
hot tag?
It's the Red Bull. You are coming. You know what it is? You finished the Red Bull already for
Bro,
like 15 minutes. It's the crash. Now
the
you're
come down.
experiencing the crash, the come down right now. You know how to fix that?
What?
Get this man another Red Bull.
Oh, there you go, guys. Come on, guys. Sponsor. Okay, you know what?
Somebody grab some Red Bull over to for him before he crashes out.
Guys, you guys don't need to watch American Nightmare podcast, Cody Rhodes podcast. I think our libations here are good enough, bro. Okay.
Bro, I'm just like libating water only, huh?
Yeah, I think I should take some advice from you. You know what? Let's take 5 later. I'll get a drink. Okay, anyway, let me just finish off my comment here. Okay, so
this might be the most unhinged episode of Kick to the Gut. For those who are here, thank you for being here. You caught us on the mood, on the day. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Great one. Yes, please donate. Give me some help here, bro. Okay. Anyway, so so the hot tag led to a really great final sequence. I do not know whether they have officially given like their tag team finisher a name, but they did the whole like high-low tag team move. Right? So like somebody side sweep on the ground, and then somebody do like a spinning heel kick at the top part.
Makes sense with their name also, Heaven and Earth. So they're playing off the ground base versus aerial, and I like it.
Everything just works, right? I remember an ECW tag team used to do that finisher. It's the one with Perry Satan and his friend. I can't remember.
Landstorm, wasn't it? The total elimination. It was the Eliminators, right?
The Eliminators. Yeah, they did that. They did that. So great choice for a finisher, I must say. And of course, the Swanton Bomb for the finish. Again, I'm actually putting myself in the mindset of all these new first time viewers of Grapplemax watching the NWE Showcase, supporting all the rookie wrestlers, right? But getting to see the high level that Simon, basically all these 4 wrestlers delivered, I think would make them like come away with like, wow, there's really good wrestlers in Singapore as well. So I think it was a great move. So after the match, like to me, Simon impressed the most. Simon has always impressed. He always had that fighting spirit, that heart, right? But this match, it made me kind of realize, I think Heaven and Earth is ready, bro.
Okay.
They are ready to challenge for the tag team titles next. But not before. Talk about storylines, right? Talk about major storylines. After the match, as they were celebrating, they also kena chip shot, bro.
By?
Do you see? Do you
No,
see?
I didn't. This one I didn't see.
My potentially new favorite tag team, bro.
Okay. Oh.
Crypto Bro and Kel, bro. My God. Those fuckers are still around, loitering around, bro.
What is up with you? Are the man with the quotes. Those fuckers are still around. What the fuck? Wait, you are a shirt generator. We need you on that Red Bull all the time.
Okay,
got,
bro, right.
Are you a heel? Those fuckers are still around. No, excuse me. Those fudges are still around because we got to keep it PG for the kids. Oh my God, we got 2 shirts already.
Oh, dear God.
Let's make a third one. Give this man a Red Bull.
Oh, dear God. No, Mexican music was the treat, bro.
Mexican 4. Wow, hey, you are meme generator today, my friend.
Riley Herbst from 2311 Racing here, and you know what grinds my gears? Waiting for coffee. But instead of counting frappes and lattes, I fire up Chumba Casino. No apps, no fuss, just fun social casino games to pass the time. By the time my coffee's ready,
Order for Riley.
I've already taken a few victory laps. Next time you're stuck waiting, make it entertaining. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
This is why you stay up for 8 p.m. live stream, guys. Appreciate all of you guys here. All
Are you a heel?
All 27 of you, bro. All 27. I do not know. Because I only see no, because I only see 4 people talking. I see Dev, I see Najwan, I see Irvin, I see Zayden.
I see.
Who's the other 23?
They are all shocked by your comments, bro. Those fuckers are still around.
Hey, the remaining 23 of you who are on the chat silently listening and judging, can you drop your name so I know you guys are not bots? Okay, just to confirm. Okay, anyway.
One day, bro, one day, somebody will turn to their friend when they hear that we are still doing the podcast and go, those fuckers still around.
8 seasons in, those fuckers. Okay, you know what? Okay, the reason why they are saying Bali Bros on the chat is because so apparently they called themselves LFG, right? So I have no idea what it stands for. I don't know whether they even know what that's gonna stand for.
That's
apparently their tag team that they're calling themselves by. But again, I think they wanted to petition calling them Bali Bros because I guess they're just vibes at this point in time. So, bro, another great heel tag team, just like that. They have been teasing their alliance since like last year's Grapplemax festival, right?
Right.
But now you have them, LFG, you have Heaven and Earth, you have Aussie, the main guys challenging all these regional tag team title, tag teams, right? You have Ships Ahoy still on the comeback trail. We haven't even talked about the factions, right? We still got Showtiming, right? So you know what? Tag team scene is hotting up. So shout out to them as well.
I'm sorry, bro. I've officially lost it.
You have lost it. Yes, went off the rails.
Forget about LFG. Just call the tag team. Those fuckers are still around.
Ooh. Big dog in the house. Okay, anyway.
And then do a Death Rebel intro and right at the start, those fuckers are still around.
Death Rebel always have to start off with the theme song and the trademark.
Those fuckers are still around.
Okay, guys, stay with me. We still have one more match to review before we haven't even talked about Cena and the Pipebomb. Guys, come.
Forget about the Pipebomb. Foreign is the Pipebomb today.
Tonight is the Pipebomb, guys.
I'm dying. Okay.
Okay. If you enjoy, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to our Patreon and all the nonsense. Tell Hasif what's up, okay? Anyway, yeah. Okay, Ken, let's go. Bro, last one, bro.
I feel like I'm the one libating today. Main event. Okay, Devon versus Nathaniel.
Yeah, okay. This is the reason why I was there. This is the whole point. This match sold it for me, right? So nice. I wasn't sure whether I was going. I had other things to do, but I was like, you know what? They gave me a reason to care about this match because I think they announced right before that. I think Greg had a very beautiful promo. Like it looked so dramatic.
Yeah, it looks so.
You don't know what I'm talking about, right? You go to the Grapplemax page and you go see the one where he announced that at Grapplemax Wrestling Festival, they're going to do a fatal 4-way match for the inaugural Rising Championship.
Right.
And they're going to give one of the slots to the winner of this main event match between the two top trainees, the top wrestlers in NWE, which is Devon and Nathaniel.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so that to me, that sold me on this card. I was like, wow, okay, they're gonna announce like the first contest, like the first participant of this Fatal 4-Way. It's gonna be a big deal, and they're gonna push one of the young wrestlers to be in that spot.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, this signifies to me that they feel like, okay, this person is ready. I don't know who won this match. Actually, no, I do. I saw the results already. But it signifies that, oh yeah, we think that this individual is ready.
Yes, and also I think another cool thing about this was I felt like these two wrestlers, especially right, Nathaniel, Devon, we've seen them in various matchups, right, against all the more established wrestlers, and we both noticed like all the different like potential selling points for each one of them, especially. I think when we were seeing like Nathaniel when he was paired up, remember he had that face off against Big Dave. I think there was a tag team match previously.
Yes.
I felt like Nathaniel can be elevated one day to be like at that Big Dave spot. He got the size, he got that aggression, and if he kind of just tweaks a bit and knows how to play the mind games, I think he potentially great heel.
What I remember from him the most, Nathaniel, that is, was his babyface fire. I'm sure you remember a few, like many episodes ago. I was talking about like the first time I saw him, I was like, wow, this guy can fire up and get a crowd behind him. So it's interesting to me that you're talking about him as a heel. Did he display heel tendencies in this match?
I'm sorry, I'm not listening to anything you say because I just saw Greg's comment. I don't regret tuning in on my drive just for this segment alone, bro.
Bro, TFASA. Hashtag TFASA. And I forgot all the things. Guys, you need to like put it in the Discord or something. I forgot all the quotable moments from today. Are you a heel?
Yeah, somebody needs to clip this and do like I show speed clips, where it's just like 10 seconds of us talking shit. Anyway. Okay, sorry, let's recap back what you said. Yes, you're right. So I feel like Nathaniel played, we know him as a great babyface, right? From our previous interactions that we see him. But in this match, right, I think we know going out of this match who is the clear babyface, who is the clear heel between these two. Okay. I think it's the whole Cena Randy Orton dynamic, bro. And I'm talking about OG Cena, Randy Orton, right?
Yeah.
Because you have Nathaniel who's very serious, very like, he takes himself very seriously, right? And he has a lot of power. He's like kind of like goading Devon, like, hey, show me, don't do that to me. I'll give you one chance, that kind of thing. Yeah. And then I was like, okay, I'm liking this energy, but it reminds me of something. What is it? And then some guy from the crowd shouted, hey, Sergeant, okay or not, Sergeant? I'm like, oh yeah, his whole vibe is giving me Sergeant vibe. That's the vibe he's giving. He's like, that Sergeant that is like always like shouting at the recruits type.
Yep.
So he's giving that vibe to, kind of goad Devon. But so in the promo before the match, Devon was kind of talking about, how he wants to be a wrestler all his life. This is his dream to train, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, I want to showcase my abilities in the ring, things like, is this promo. And one of the things he said was he loved to dance.
Okay.
Which I never like kind of connected with his character. Right? I didn't know he's a dancer. But apparently this thing, yes, when he does the pop, when he drop it like it's hot.
Yeah. Hey, you are in the clip.
Oh damn!
You were there. Hey, celebrity, say.
That fucker still around.
No, take it back. Bring it back with hashtag oh no. Hashtag oh no.
Okay,
Let's bring it back. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Zayden, you're right. I think if Ned and Big Dave get together, like a mentor mentee, you know what? I think he would look him visually with Big Dave would be a really, really great team as well.
Right.
But yeah, so Devon kind of like shared a bit more about his personality that he wants to incorporate of this like dance style, and it's so likable, this Devon. So just by default, he became the baby face in this match. And you got to understand, this is probably the first time a lot of the people who went there saw Devon, right? Immediately just from the promo, immediately from his music, immediately from his smile, babyface, right? So like it's as if like Nathaniel just by default had to play the heel because he's paired up against such like this like likable character with Devon. So in my mind, I was thinking to myself like, Devon has the tools in terms of like the connection, which is very hard, right?
Yep.
If you get that, I think the rest is easy. But you still have to back it up in the ring, right?
Right.
It's the whole Jey Uso problem. Like, can you deliver in the ring?
Yep.
I'm happy to report this match was a banger.
Oh.
This match was a banger, and they are technically supposed to be 1 or 2 years into the business.
Yep.
Okay, this is what I wrote down, right?
Okay.
Ned holds the power advantage, but Devon was the natural babyface. Tambi Chance was reigning throughout the entire match.
Right.
He has caught over. He is the yeet in Grapplemax right now. Ned was the aggressor, cutting Devon down, multiple like cut downs and like chops, just trying to wear Devon down. But then when he made the comeback, he was basically just doing multiple splashes and running hip attack to get the momentum back. And I was speaking to him as well. He basically his entire moveset is a homage to the Samoan bloodline.
Oh, cool.
Because bro does running hip attacks, bro does like the chops, bro does the spike.
The Thumby. Is that his finish? Is it called the Thumby?
Yeah, beautiful, right?
That's cute.
Perfect, yeah. So he was doing the hip attack to get the momentum back, and he did a beautiful spine buster. And the tease of the Thumby, right, got the crowd hyped. Like it got the crowd invested in the match. Like, can he deliver the Thumby or not? So it's such I would say, a easy strategy going forward for his matches. Like, he just can rinse and repeat, tease the Thumby. Can he get it? Can he not get it? And then people are invested in the match. I think it's a great, like a cheat code in a way, right? But then I think there was a powerful block and discus clothesline, very Luke Harper, style.
Yeah.
From Ned, and I think
Riley Herbst from 2311 Racing here, and you know what grinds my gears? Waiting for coffee. But instead of counting frappes and lattes, I fire up Chumba Casino. No apps, no fuss, just fun social casino games to pass the time. By the time my coffee's ready,
Order for Riley.
I've already taken a few victory laps. Next time you're stuck waiting, make it entertaining. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
There was this one thing that I wanted to write down, and I wanted to kind of raise up because it felt a bit like unsafe. But of course, this is also being a bit, I wouldn't say they are green, maybe they are. But like, there was this one time where I think Ned did a very dangerous drop kick to Devon, and he landed very like dangerously in the corner. Like his neck caught the bottom of the
whose neck? You talking about Devon or Ned?
Yeah, Devon. So basically, like like Ned did like a running drop kick, like like
a shotgun drop kick.
Correct, like a shotgun, like how Finn Balor does it.
Yes.
And he kind of like whiplash and took like a back bump.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether they adjusted it or because it was so like forceful that he couldn't control it. Right. But essentially, Devon landed on the bottom turnbuckle on the neck lah. So
neck
it felt
first,
like so it looked kind of gnarly lah. So that was the only thing I felt like, okay, a bit dangerous, but. Generally, they were aggressive, both of them. They were laid in their strikes. I mean, I think because they work together so long, they know each other. They're not afraid to like bring it for each one of them. And the most beautiful sequence of the match was when Devon kind of like posted Ned into the ropes, and then he kind of like did a pop-up Samoan drop.
Oh, okay.
Jacob Fatu style. That was amazing. And they eventually went to a battle of attrition, right? The last stretch of the match. They did their whole, double crossbody spot.
Yeah.
And laid down. Crowd was like really at this point in time, like in its climax. So the Samoan drop counter, that led to the finishing sequence, which is Ned basically got the Thumby spike right after. And that ended the match. And I think I was very surprised how much the crowd popped for Devon win. So great match. I actually gave Devon the most stars, star rating of the night. Yeah.
Right.
Ned very closely behind. Both of them brought it. It reminded me of watching, bro? Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams a bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Giving that vibe. And so with that win, Devon is officially entered into the Rising Championship Fatal 4-Way match.
Do we know who are the other competitors in that match, or is he the first to be announced?
He's the first to be announced. I think in the coming weeks, as they are building the hype for Grapplemax Festival, they will announce the other three. But I think this is a great stage for Devon to prove himself. I think he's ready for the main roster. He needs a storyline. He probably needs a whole entire, like a proving ground situation. So again, Showcase 3 is called Proving Ground. Shout out to the belt. Beautiful belt design. I don't know whether if you can see the front plate. They have some symbolism of Singapore. I don't know if you can see
I
it.
saw it just now. So, okay, let me go back to the start. Hang on. So that's the belt from the front, right? You notice the crescent on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the belt. And then, hang on, rising. There you go. Boom. Crescent moon.
Crescent
5 stars are rising. Suddenly become National Day already.
Love it, right? And they're crowning the champion on National Day month. So like,
Oh, is it?
appropriate,
Okay.
right? It's
And
appropriate,
then
right?
they have red jewels there. You know, red, right? Singapore red.
I love it. Yeah, it's great. Zayden, you said announced in their poster. So wait, have they announced officially on PTX that they are that the other contenders?
Okay, let me very quickly go to Grapplemax's page. I'm sure if it's anywhere, it's gonna be there, right?
Yeah. Zayden says, I'm surprised SPD is in the match. Yeah, we didn't see an SPD appearance. So very interesting. Malayan skills too. Great shout out. Great shout out, Dave. Yeah. Don't forget the Malayan skills. Yeah, guys. Who was the designer? Is it Nanjuan? Whoever it is, great choices. Love it. You know how last time the US title used to have the US flag emblazoned on the backdrop?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine, maybe that was probably my only thing that I had in mind. Imagine if like they really went all in the Singapore team and have like the flag like as like a red part of the flag kind of at the top. I think it would be really, really cool. But maybe it makes a bit more sense to have it a bit subtle, where in the future if there's other wrestlers that come into the promotion and want to win this, it can be more of like a regional title. So great choice.
Okay, I am looking at the card for Pro Wrestling Festival 2 right now, which is on the PTX, yeah? And, oh my god, there we go. He just took a swig of the Red Bull. Get ready for more.
Okay, but bro, you continue talking. I need to get another drink other than Red Bull because my Red Bull is done.
Are you serious? Okay, here we go.
Go talk. Okay.
Yeah, we're looking at the card right now, right? For the inaugural Grapplemax Rising Championship, Devon, there you go. We just talked about him, versus the Hitman Julian Creed. Okay, somebody that we have, I think we all agree, we've championed for a very long time. He definitely needs to be there. Kelvin Lang, as well as the Velvet Voyager Christian. I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce that Christian or Xtian, but yes, from Ships Ahoy. So, which is like a big question. Like, is he having his solo run happening as well? Yes, free tickets as well, Div, which is very exciting. Interesting, Zayden, the SPD is not in this championship match. I wonder if it's because SPD is actually in the open weight. Sort of like he's in the main event, so he doesn't need to be in this sort of that bracket of competition, as it were. Actually, where is my boy, the former Oppa? Where is our former Oppa? I remember a few weeks ago, I said he should be in the Rising Championship contendership as well. Where is our Oppa?
Yeah, so who is it? Wait, let me see.
By the way, I keep saying Oppa because I forgot his new name.
Oh, Jinkai.
Jinkai. Oh, it took me a second. I was like, Oppa Jordan? No, wait. Jinkai.
Oh, okay. So it's Devon, Julian Creed, or the Hitman Julian Creed.
Yes, Devon, Hitman, Julian Creed, Kelvin Lang, and Christian, the Velvet Voyager.
Loving the names. Okay, guys, I have a new libation that I want to be sponsored by, and it's a bit more PG, you know.
Oh,
sponsored by Vitamin
Water. The 50
Vitamin
cents.
Water.
Did 50 Cent created that drink and then he sold it off, right?
Yes, correct. This one,
bro.
So
do you buy that stuff?
Yeah, I don't know. I just stock it up and put it in my fridge, bro. Rental place, right?
Okay, so no, like I mean, I feel like it's the most like Kool-Aid tasting, like just like water with a bit of flavor, like the worst thing to drink ever.
It kind of tastes like Kool-Aid. You're right. I mean, it's so appropriate, bro. It's like I'm drinking the Kick Trigger Kool-Aid tonight, bro.
Bro, that's why I'm like surprised like you buy that. Like if you gave it to me for free, yeah, sure, I'll drink it. But like I would rather drink 100 plus or H2O.
Okay, you know why I was drinking this or not, bro?
Why? You need vitamin in your life.
No, my nearby 7-Eleven selling 2 for 350.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Quite cheap, not bad.
You know why? They're trying to clear stock because nobody buys that shit. That's why.
Bro, give chance, bro. I'm thirsty and there's no plain water in my.
You thirsty,
Not for libation, bro, for sure.
Are you a heel or not? And yes, I agree, Div, it tastes better than Prime. Prime tastes like sugar water. Vitamin water tastes like less sugared water, but it still tastes like ass.
You know what? You're right, Div Royalty. 100 plus is still the good. You know, maybe the next podcast should be sponsored by 100 plus.
Bro, 100 plus, H2O, even Pocari Sweat. as the kids say, I fuck with that. You know?
I fuck with that too.
But are you a heel? Okay,
Those fuckers.
those fuckers are still around. 100 plus, those fuckers are still around.
Deep say, foreign, you got tapped or not, bro? You think I live in a scholar, is it? What the fuck? No lah, I got tapped. It's just that personally, I've made a habit of boiling my water. You know, people say you can drink tap water. Technically, you can. I've made a habit of boiling hot water.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah, even in Singapore, I boil my water too.
Yeah, so I ain't gonna drink hot drink because I'm fucking thirsty and want to drink a cold drink. So that's why I'm not drinking my hot water right now, guys.
Irvin says, how Mr. Young know what ass tastes like? Because I said that Brian tastes like ass. Well, you know, I've had a while past, which we shall not bring up.
What are you doing with D Normus, bro? What is going on?
Why is it a guy? The first thing you think of? That's my question.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess you can taste both genders as well, I guess, Mr. Young.
To be fair, this is all non-canon, ladies and gentlemen. This it's not 616 universe. This is some multiverse.
Okay, just for context, none of our partners watch the podcast, so we are good for now. But I do not know whether any of our employees watch this podcast. So.
Sorry, what? You mean those fuckers are still around? Okay.
Okay, guys.
Wrap up.
Yeah, wrap up, guys. You still got the pipe bomb. Okay, Najwan said the rest of the cards on the page. So, guys, if you are interested to check out some Grapplemax action, their next big show will be the Grapplemax Wrestling Festival. It will be at the Jurong Spring CC once again. But I believe it's a bit more expanded, the format. Previously, they were doing it inside, like the sports hall. So I'm not sure what's going to be the layout, but very, very exciting stuff. We went there last November. It was a really, really great show.
Yep.
And so there is going to be a lot of, a lot of very interesting, impactful moments, including like the crowning of the first ever Rising Championship happening on 26th of July, right, Mr. Young?
No, that is on sale until July 26th.
Oh, okay, but it's happening in late August, right? Let me see.
It's happening. When is it happening?
Yeah,
hey, wait,
I think...
no, it is 26 July. You're right. Sorry.
Yeah, correct lah, bro.
Yeah,
okay,
that means you can buy tickets up till the date, but they will sell out fast. Not sell out, quote unquote. They're technically free, but you know what I mean. Remember last time it basically got snapped up super fast.
Yeah, guys. So please get your tickets. It's officially free, but you still need to book your seats because you know it's a seated event. So
or you can get the VIP upgrade that comes with event admission, exclusive VIP seating area, commemorative T-shirt worth $35.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, so if apparently here's some other insider tea I got. If you are a PA member or you are a Grapplemax member, you do have some priority as a VIP seating as well. So go check that out as well.
Yes, be sure to support, Grapplemax. Greg says, yes, help us pay the bills. We feel you, Greg. We know that feeling. So yes, help Grapplemax pay the bills and support via the VIP upgrade tickets.
Wait. Zayden say you're confusing with a different thing. What am I confusing with? Can you clarify?
Don't with Prime, with Vitamin Water, with those fuckers, with him being a heel or a face. This is a lot happening today, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Zayden's talking about, but can you clarify what? You're talking about?
Just give me talking about at the end of the NWE, right? Sort of the vibe after. Did it feel like, for lack of a better term, like a NXT Black and Gold sort of vibe?
I would say it's the most supportive kind of atmosphere because you have the debuting talents with like their friends and family members watching their wrestling debut for the first time. So you know how that is.
Yeah.
Of course they will naturally cheer. That gives off a great vibe. But also you have people who I've seen like watching Grapplemax shows coming down. People who are like probably second time goers of the NWE Showcase, probably they watched to support one of their friends, but now they came back and because they're curious to see more of the other stuff. I believe Greg even told us that he had to expand the seating, or he because of like like I think he was just planning to sell just for like 5 days or just a couple of days, and then within a couple of days he got snapped up, so he had
Right.
to expand the seating as well. But he also didn't want to overstretch, because if too many people, then the aircon is not enough to like keep everyone warm. So
Sure.
good problem to have lah. Good problem to have.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys, on what sounds like an incredible event. Again, wish could have been there. Next one, I'll be there.
For sure.
I'm on that Brock Lesnar schedule lah.
Yeah, bro. I need to get on the Roman Reigns schedule, bro. So if I'm on the Roman Reigns schedule and you're on the Brock Lesnar schedule, who's gonna do the regular?
So if you go on the Roman Reigns schedule, I have to be on the Gunther's schedule or the Seth Rollins schedule.
You know what? We can take turns.
Yeah. That's the beautiful thing. And the beautiful thing is we have people like Dave, Prabhu, who are all huge wrestling fans as well. Our contributors, as it were. Thank you so much for contributing. We appreciate you and acknowledge you.
Yeah, shout out to you guys.
Okay. So there you go. That's our NWE review. Once again, everybody, well done. Let's talk about, I know something you are super excited about, because when I asked you, bro, what we're going to talk about on the show, right? I hadn't watched Smackdown yet. I knew we were going to preview Night of Champions. That one is a given, because Night of Champions is on my birthday, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Happy birthday in advance, bro. It's this coming weekend, right?
Correct. Next weekend, 28th. So that's literally the Night of Champions in Saudi. Maybe I should tag WWE and say, hey, send me to Saudi on my birthday.
You sure you want to be at Saudi next week?
What lah? Hey, don't be that guy, bro. Don't be that guy.
Okay. Najwan say, come, let's move on. Okay, let's talk about...
He said 9:40 already. TFSA. Still around, huh? We are. Okay, let's talk about your favorite moment of the week. I'm sure, in terms of WWE, it's this. Look at his face. I love it.
The face is, Okay, guys, we've talked ad nauseum about Cena's heel turn, right? We've broken it down. We've kind of tried to make sense of it. We have come to the conclusion that John Cena's heel turn is not really hitting, right?
Yep.
And we felt like, what is missing, right? I think we figured it out. This is what's missing, bro. Like
CM Punk? Or
no, not CM Punk per se. I think CM Punk was the thought starter. He was the one that nudged him in this direction. But what we wanted was a John Cena that has been so pissed off with trying to keep this babyface persona for years and years and deal with all this abuse. Yeah. And we just wanted him to get it out of his chest, but in a way that is malevolent, a way that it's evil, or in a way that, cuts it down. Not the whiny, I hate you, my girlfriend treated me, abused me kind of way, which is what he's been doing.
Abusive ex-girlfriend. Can I be devil's advocate and say that I feel like, okay, so if you are not a long-time viewer, right? And even half of the references I didn't get, I had to go and Google what the hell he was referring to.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think it worked as a bit of business in terms of catching non-long-time fans like us?
The thing about this promo was, well, yes, it was referencing like CM Punk's most iconic promo. It still kept it kind of like relevant to the current times, right? There was a certain part where he's completely ad nauseum ripping it off, right?
Yep.
But he used the whole thing about him being what do you call it? Like, he's the greatest of all time. I think even he said in the promo that the crowd knows it, the crowd acknowledges it. But the thing that we haven't had like a breakdown of is CM Punk's personality, because as a CM Punk fan, he was speaking a lot of truth, right? CM Punk is somebody who calls himself like the punk, the alternative, the one who's the voice of the voiceless. But he's also the guy who loves money, right? He will go where the money is.
Bro, and he's the corporate guy now. If you look at what he did at that Fanatics event, bro was in a straight up suit. He's like the company guy, which is very interesting, yes.
Yeah, so he is on his best behavior because he knows, like, again, he's been burning a lot of bridges in pro wrestling. And this is essentially his cash cow, because he said, like, he's only going to come back if, the money is right? That was one of the things. So he was very upfront about that. So I love that it's John Cena is the only one that can call him out on his bullshit without it being personal. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I get it.
Because,
I guess my question is though, and don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it for what it is because it's like, okay, it's like when I watch Marvel movies, I enjoy it because I get it. But sometimes I worry that other people won't get it. People who are not diehards, right? Okay, to be fair, the act of putting CM Punk through a table is already a selling point. Everything on top of that is like the cherry on top of the cake. The cherry on top of the sundae, as it were, So it works in and of itself. And John Cena didn't take that long to deliver. It was like a 6-minute promo at best. And it did exactly what it needed to do. Very quickly, I want to show you CM Punk's face here. Some people were saying he fell asleep on that table. He took so long. He sold it until like 6 minutes, And then the freaking Slim Jim logo. Okay, what? I think we didn't mention this before, right? But what do you think of them selling table space to Slim Jim?
You know what? If I was Slim Jim, right, bro, like I got my bucks worth lah. Like wow. If you tell me, hey, I want to market.
Wait. Yeah. You got your young bucks worth? Oh, I see what you did there.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, but you're right? Like, okay, purely from a corporate standpoint, I'm just thinking pure marketing sales point, right? If I'm gonna like upfront just promote my product, put a brand sponsor, right? Yeah. And I go to WWE and say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna pay you X amount of money. Put me in the most prominent spot so that I can have my brand televised for millions of people.
Yeah. Bro, millions of people forever. This is in the archives, bro.
On Netflix, right?
In 10 years, in 20 years, people will replay this moment. There's a freaking Slim Jim logo there forever. They are charging a premium, I guarantee you this.
Correct. Perpetuity,
Yeah.
And then, and then WWE is like, hey, you pay us X millions of dollars, whatever amount. We were gonna make sure you got your money's worth. And then Slim J is like, really, man? What can you do? Oh, put your damn sponsor on the biggest promo this decade, bro.
Yeah, and it's it's there. It's a visual you can never get rid of. Yeah, bro. I want to buy the Topps card for this now.
Bro, so in Money in the Bank, they were putting what on the ladder? I forgot what's the brand.
Oh, there's another one, but then I forgot already. But this one is like Slim Jim table. Walao. Anyway, okay, so he puts him through the table. All that's great. Okay, personally, like I said, I love the promo. I'm just a little bit afraid it's too esoteric, right? Yeah. Let's talk about the things that he referenced. He referenced a lot of old CM Punk promo stuff.
Can we say one more thing?
Go ahead.
What do you think of the whole, because the whole night started off with R-Truth, Ron Killings getting the title shot or the match with John Cena.
Yeah.
We thought that the whole story coming out of the show will be what happens between Ron Killings and John Cena.
Yeah.
What do you think of them doing this pipe bomb, which essentially overshadows Ron Killings' return and vendetta against John Cena?
I kind of think that this was gonna be the plan all along. The R-Truth. I mean, the Ron Killings thing was a blessing in disguise for Ron. Mm-hmm. I wonder too, because it looks like Ron is going to move on to a feud with Aleister Black. Didn't it feel like that on Smackdown?
It felt like a tease. I don't know whether it's all out.
Yeah.
All out.
So okay, is CM Punk and John Cena, is this a side quest? That's my big question. Is this a one and done? And then what? John Cena going to go back to Ron? The air has been let out already,
Yeah, correct. I would say that, again, they didn't plan for Ron Killings, right, to get over. They didn't plan for that moment. They brought him back. It was an opportunistic time. And I think now this is them reverting back to the median, where this is going back to their actual plans. Maybe they gave the fans 2 weeks worth of Ron Killings.
Yeah.
But I do love this new personality of him. I am kind of disappointed. I know Najwan said it as well. We are still calling him R-Truth, right?
Yeah.
It's not R-Truth Ron Killings. It's still R-Truth. I wish they completely changed the name. They really let go of the R-Truth tag.
Maybe it's probably a WWE trademark thing, right? Okay, fine, we'll give you, because I'm sure Ron negotiated a very good contract, or the fact that he's even back, right? So they're like, okay, we call you Ron Killings once in a while, but you're still R-Truth in WWE land.
Yeah, probably that's what it is.
Div says, can we talk about how Damian Priest made Ron smile? How he makes Div smile every single week.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Wepa.
Wepa.
You know what? I love that interaction. Don't you think?
Yeah.
Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Great
I
callback
love-
to Judgment Day.
Yeah. I love that Ron, like, I don't know if that was supposed to be funny, but remember when Alistair called Ron, and then Ron said, black. What? Like, it's a subtle throwback to the R-Truth, like, comedy character, but not, right? I actually appreciated that because it was funny, but it wasn't, oh, he's a dumbass. He's a brain dead funny.
I like that they kept some elements of his humor because I think people will still want to appreciate that. You know how like The Rock can still be comedic, right?
Yes,
you don't want him to completely lose that.
Yes,
right?
but Ron is not going to run into the ring with a ladder thinking that the Royal Rumble is a ladder match anymore.
Correct.
He will just make little subtle jokes here and there, which I appreciate, but also at the same time, it's a much more diluted version of his character. So I feel like after the whole hype dies down, then he goes off and does whatever TNA as Ron Killings are.
Yeah, I love the whole, tying up the loose ends, like bringing it back to full circle. Because when the pipe bomb happened, it was actually John Cena versus R-Truth, and R-Truth putting John Cena through the table, and the whole CM Punk thing happened, right? And now all three players from that same epic moment reunited in the same ring, right? John Cena versus R-Truth. Role reversal. John Cena is the heel, R-Truth is the babyface. Didn't like how fast the match occurred. Like I think he did the belt shot probably like 3 minutes into the match.
Are they saving R-Truth or Ron versus John Cena for like in the next pay-per-view? Or do you think that, like I said, I get this feeling that this is a throwaway feud, a side quest.
They need that trilogy though, because I feel like these two matches have been very underwhelming. Not because it wasn't a good match. I think they can pull off a good match, but SNME felt like a throwaway for him, because eventually it was a squash, right? Extended squash, and this match was like
a nothing. It was a nothing match.
Nothing burger, just to serve up the what went down after the fact, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't like that, to be honest. I wish there was a way to still keep Ron strong.
Yeah.
Like he's only starting out this new character. I want him to still be very highly involved.
Yeah. I'm afraid that he's not going to be. I think that's my call. Like he's just going to fade right back into the upper mid card and then maybe even mid card, and then the contract will wear off.
I don't think so, because Ron said himself, like, I'm driving now. I don't think he himself will allow WWE to treat him like that. Why would he sign back just to take that kind of deal?
Sure. Maybe,
right?
Or maybe he was promised a program with John, but then it's sort of a side quest program, because the real program, like we talked about, is Cena versus CM Punk.
Yeah, you're right, but I feel like CM Punk and R-Truth have enough cachet, or like that this could be like a alliance, unlike the alliance, and then he can eventually do whatever he is with Aleister Black, lah.
Yeah. I wanted to bring something up, but I'm like, ooh, okay, we'll save it for, I guess, the
Night of Champions?
wait, the main event of CM Punk versus John Cena. But okay, that aside, how much do you buy into the theory? There's a conspiracy out there right now, huh? Well, the three names that John Cena brought up: Matt Cardona, Nick Nemeth, and Claudio Castagnoli. Some people are saying that's a reference to AEW.
No.
Okay, you know why, right?
Because it's
Nick. No, because Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, Claudio Castagnoli, CC, Colt Cabana. Or people digging,
People are reaching, bro.
But you can't deny, like, hey, that's very, kind of like, why those three? Because does CM Punk have a history like this? You have to tell me. Did CM Punk have a history of holding back Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, Cesaro, and Zack Ryder? No, right?
No. So
why those three names then?
Okay, so this is my speculation, right? As somebody who actually watched WWE during that era, right?
Yeah.
For me, it's very interesting and very telling that he wanted to reference people from outside the company, but they reference those three people who are not okay, Claudio is in AEW, yes, but what ties all three together with CM Punk and John Cena is that all three was in the main event scene or was in like the upper mid card scene when CM Punk was the champion and John Cena was the champion. So this 2011, 2012 period, the up and coming rising star was Dolph Ziggler, right?
Oh yeah, Nick Nemeth is from TNA. He's not AEW, so yeah, that doesn't really hold.
Correct. So you had Dolph Ziggler just about breaking out to become, Money in the Bank, the future champion, and he was wrestling all these matches with CM Punk, John Cena, right? So he was in the upper mid card. You have Matt Cardona. That was the time when Zack Ryder was at its hottest.
Yep.
And CM Punk actually campaigned for him, right? And John Cena also campaigned for him, but of course there was the whole he kinda buried by John Cena because of the embrace the hate thing that Kane storyline, so dumb. And Claudio at that point in time just debuted on the main roster 2012 as like the Swiss, Superman with Cesaro in the US title picture. So my theory is
step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
They reference those three people because those three people actually were people that CM Punk campaigned for in real life.
Oh.
When he was the champion, he was trying to push for all these three people to go up in the main event scene. So it was like a little bit of like an Easter egg where he's kind of shitting on these people, but kind of acknowledging these people that, John Cena and CM Punk kind of vouch for. So you saw immediately Matt Cardona did like a tweet back to him. Hey Cena. So I love it. And it's of course a callback to because it would have been a low-hanging fruit, right? If John Cena were to mention AEW, right? So he kind of subtly referenced it by saying like, I like you way more than a lot of people who share a locker room with you. And then to tie it back with the three guys that he mentioned are people who actually he was, he vouched for, that he campaigned for. So it wasn't like, it was for the audience, but probably CM Punk was like, you know what, give these three names, like give them some airtime, kind of thing.
Give them a shout out, huh?
Yeah. So Div said like these three guys who could have been the main event scene but weren't given the space/opportunity. So I think that's what it was like essentially. Yeah.
So I think we are all in agreement that this is probably the best bit of business that John Cena has done since the initial heel turn. Yeah.
I agree. And I almost feel like he could have done even more. I think this was him really censoring himself, right?
The motherfudging.
Yeah, motherfucking is like, oh, that was so lame. He should just say motherfucking, fuck it, bro.
Wow, cannot. He's still a company man, bro. He knows, like, okay, USA cannot.
USA would have let it slide, I'm pretty sure. It's John Cena, man.
I don't know about that. Okay. Only The Rock can come on TV and just drop bombs.
I got two questions for you from this promo, right? Do you feel like what happened on SmackDown is enough to redirect, change the perception of the Cena heel turn and say like, okay, we are back on track? That's question one. And then question two, if you were the one booking this so-called work shoot promo, what was one thing that he did not mention that you would have added to kind of spice things up, make it like really next level?
No, because you know what? First of all, I feel like it was fine because it got me excited for the match. Even though I guess I'm jumping ahead, but I think it's going to be not a very good match. Because considering the two of them are old.
Yeah, I mean,
and we've seen John Cena, and CM Punk is not Randy Orton.
Punk will try, but he is not the best in the world. So that's one thing I actually agree with John Cena.
Yeah, he's not, but neither of them are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But back to your point, I think it was fine for what it was because you still need next week to hype it up even more. You need to push it to that next level, right? You can't give everything away right away.
Yeah. I agree to a certain extent. I also feel like John Cena and CM Punk should be revisited again, whether it's SummerSlam, or Saturday night's main event, but it can't be a one and done and he moves on to the next rivalry.
I really hope it's not because this has so much, like, it is money, right? CM Punk, John Cena is money. It prints money.
Yeah. And somebody was saying like, watching this, they knew that John Cena was going easy on Cody Rhodes, and I tend to agree. Right? I feel like Cody Rhodes wouldn't be able to come back from the bombs that John Cena was shooting on CM Punk.
They probably were like, okay, look, this is our guy now. Go easy on him. Drop a few little bombs here, but not the big nuke.
Remember when CM Punk said every time he was backstage, the producer was telling him, just keep Roman Reigns strong. Just make Roman Reigns look strong. Yeah. Probably Cody Rhodes got a bit of the same treatment, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Speaking of Cody, right? I saw this, somebody commented this. I can't remember if we shared it on our Kick to the Gut, but it's like, suddenly all of Cody's boys, like your Randys and your Jays, they're all like going out there doing their own thing. And Cody's just sort of standing there going like, shit, he's about to crack. Yeah.
They played the Homelander music, right?
Yeah. Because you can tell he's like slowly crashing out like, what it's supposed to be about me. It's no longer about me. And then I swear, if this is the way they do it, I would love it.
He needs it, bro. To be honest, I feel like he has reached the end of his babyface run.
Yep.
Anything he does right now feels like a retread of things that he's already done. Does that make sense?
Coroner, 100%. We talked about it last week as well. So he needs a new wrinkle. And that's why, I guess, shall we transition to Night of Champions?
Yes, we can.
And the King of the Ring tournament. So let's talk about that first, right? We're talking about the men's side because we were just talking about Sami Zayn, Randy Orton. Randy Orton moves on. So Jey Uso, Cody Rhodes. That's going to be happening on Raw, correct?
Correct. So that's the whole point of the promo where Cody Rhodes didn't even talk. It's just to say that, this thing is going to happen. Bro, like Randy Orton has won against Sami Zayn.
Bro, they are doing this on purpose also. The top four, the final four, are all faces and were all sort of, behind Cody during that whole finish the story run, if you think about it.
Yeah. Crazy idea. 4 baby faces. Coming out of this tournament, I believe 2 of them will turn heel.
Ooh. Okay, interesting. While Sami Zayn is the first one. Not in Saudi, but like after.
The whole Karen Cross thing, right?
Yeah, because he's been doing the whole backstage. He's whispering into his ear. Yeah, sure.
I want that one blow-off match between Karrion and Sami, where Karrion beats him so bad, beats him into submission.
What? Okay.
You know what I mean? Like he beats you and he's like, fuck, you know what? I think I suck right now as a babyface. You know what? I'm just gonna listen to this guy. Like that vibe.
Okay. And the other match, Cody versus Jey Uso. So by turning heel, I don't think you can turn Jey heel.
No, Jey has actually went back down to his being well supported right now because he's not the champion. How ironic it is.
Yeah. He's a lovable mid-carder who's very. The rumor is he's gonna get back with Jimmy the Usos, that kind of thing. We've seen this before, like what's his face, Kofi Kingston, like Daniel Bryan. They just rode the wave to WrestleMania, right? Right place, right time. So Cody versus Jey. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Cody wins, but barely. Jey will still remain like the babyface that he is, but slowly this is how Cody cracks.
So my thinking is if Cody goes to the main event against Randy Orton and Night of Champions, is he supposed to win or is he supposed to lose?
No, bro, he's gonna lose to Randy. And this, because again, like I said, these are all people who were behind him, who supported him, and now they're all one by one turning on him. Even if they didn't, even if Cody
Randy
will beat Jey,
Cody,
and then by crowd reaction, he can still justify by saying, I won, but everyone was still yeeting. Everyone still loves Jey. And that's how he's going to get sour. And then he's going to go on to face Randy Orton, and that's going to be a banger of a match. We all know that, right?
Yeah.
And he loses to Randy.
Yeah, and he's probably take that loss very, very hard because he's not back in the main event scene. But that means we got Cena and Randy at SummerSlam?
Why the hell not? I mean, I know they already did it, but...
Yeah, but where does this put Cody then for SummerSlam?
Whatever lah, he can go and side feud. It's fine. Remember, we talked about him needing to leave this title chase for a bit to freshen up.
He could go, right now they're saying, they're kind of putting Seth Rollins and LA Knight in a collision course.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm just thinking who's gonna be Cody's dance partner in the meantime, or he doesn't even wrestle at SummerSlam. He actually screws up Randy Orton, and then he aligns with John Cena. Wait, what?
There are a lot of permutations. I know we're just fantasy booking right now, but this all roads lead to Rhodeslander. This is what I'm calling.
Can I give you a bit of a tease as well?
Sure.
I'm not sure whether you watched the Fanatics or like the SummerSlam kickoff that John Cena was a part of.
Yeah.
They did this whole big deal thing at Fanatics, and then John Cena teased to the audience like, "I hope you guys are watching. I hope you guys will be watching the next few weeks."
Everybody says that. No,
but I think he's kind of like teasing something big that's going to happen. A lot of people are speculating whether are we seeing the final boss back into the picture. We do not know, but I have a feeling it's either that or it's either a big heel turn from a Cody, somebody big aligning with John Cena.
Right. Okay, so for Cody, I really hope that they don't rush the heel turn. They need to slow burn it. Just slow cracks. I trust that they can tell the story like that. But yeah. So anyway, that's my call for the King of the Ring, the men's tournament anyway. Randy wins it, beats Cody.
Okay, I'm down with it. I mean, I'm a Randy fan for sure, and I would love to see Cody and Randy feud. So, like, if say Cody kind of screws over Randy at SummerSlam and helps Cena win, then like he can be more of like he's not really aligning with John Cena, but more of like he just turns heel and then he can go off and feud with Randy Orton.
I don't even see him doing that. I feel like maybe he can feud with Randy. And they can tell a story about like but you put the title shot on the line, sort of a thing. And it could go down that road as well. We'll have to wait and see. Shall we talk about the women's Queen of the Ring tournament?
Yeah. So very interested in their permutations because they had Asuka and Alexa Bliss wrestling a decent match in my opinion.
When you think that Alexa Bliss finally is getting some sort of like progression, I guess okay, fine. She lost the match against Asuka, but they keep hinting at the Charlotte Flair tag team. So maybe Charlotte and Alexa versus who are the women's tag team champions right now?
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Isn't it Roxanne?
It's supposed to be Raquel and Liv, but I'm not sure now, right?
Yeah, Liv is injured. Well, I mean, they could spin that off, right? Like Roxanne takes over, and then suddenly she becomes the champion for without doing anything.
I hope that's not the case. But I would. No, I like the tease of her standing in for for Liv. and kind of get together with Raquel, but it would be too random. Like there need to be a justification. Like Raquel needs to accept it as well, right? So,
yeah, because right now in storyline, Raquel still doesn't like Roxanne.
Yeah, but now you have Alexa losing to Asuka, and then they are teasing Alexa forming some sort of alliance with Charlotte Flair, which visually I do not know how they will look good together as a tag team. I don't know what's their story there.
Tall and small.
Don't know lah, bro. I don't know.
Hey,
but
okay, but can we say that like Stephanie Vacker losing in the first round?
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of.
Who was? Oh, she was in the match with Asuka, right? Asuka won, right?
But Asuka got the pin on Raquel because Raquel was the one. Either Raquel or Ivy needed to take the pin. That made sense, right? But I didn't like that she didn't move on to the next round.
I don't know where they're gonna put Stephanie. I know they're giving her matches. It's the same with Julia, right? I just saw main event on WWE's YouTube channel, and Julia is already on main event, bro.
Oh shit!
No. There you go. But she is teasing the rivalry with Zelina Vega, so I hope she wins the US title over there.
Zayden says they did tease some tension between Raquel and Liv on Raw before the match, right? And poor Liv Morgan, by the way. Also, poor Kairi Sane. That's two people she's been in the ring with that got injured. And then I know people online, they're like, oh yeah, Kairi Sane causing injuries. And I was like, oh, they were just really like unfortunate accidents twice.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate shit, bro. I don't think whatever she did was on purpose, clearly, right?
No,
but it's unfair for Kairi. But Kairi and Asuka, maybe, if Asuka doesn't win. So, Asuka's going to the finals, right? And
yeah.
Asuka and Jade is gonna be the match.
Well, I mean, there's still Roxanne versus Jade, so you're jumping the gun a little bit.
Well, I was watching Smackdown, and I think the throne is waiting for Jade. Like for me, I think okay, if WWE want to push Jade, and they have been committing to pushing Jade, Jade cannot afford to not have the women's queen, because Roxanne has a storyline waiting for her with Judgment Day.
Yeah.
She can afford to lose that, right?
True. Agree.
Asuka loses, she can go right back down to like, teaming up with Kairi, which I think is the plan all along.
Yeah.
And she can go down that path. But Jade winning puts her in direct collision course with our Money in the Bank winner.
Naomi.
Correct. So
as well as the champion
Tiffany,
who is
right?
arguably the most boring of the. I mean, I've completely I'm off the Tiffany Stratton train right now. I've said this for weeks already, but every time she comes out and gets on the mic,
well, Stephanie was. I was very supportive of her because I think maybe I'm biased, right? I saw her reaction. I felt her reaction in Perth, Australia last year.
Tiff.
But but it's been a while. It's been too long. I got my eyes on a new girl, bro.
Stephanie
Vacque.
Nikki Bella said Vacque, right?
I cannot say what the hell is that butchering, bro.
She's teaching Shamus how to twerk as well. Like, she's on everything. She's a champion in the making. Like, we all know this.
Yeah, I know. She made me Google what's nalgas. Mucho nalgas.
Oh, what is that?
It's ass in Mexican.
Much ass. Okay. Oh yeah, you're the Mexican connoisseur. Apparently, we established today on the podcast that Foreign is the expert in Mexican music right now.
Yeah, man. So I've learned nalgas, guys. So I'm gonna be learning more Mexican words, and we'll be sharing it with you guys throughout the podcast going forward.
Oh, what a heel move. Okay. Sorry. Jade beats Roxanne. Yeah, I agree that's gonna happen. Jade versus Asuka. And I actually agree with Div, right? Like, I feel like Jade has done nothing. And we talked about it before. So far, Jade on the mic just feels like she feels like Ultimate Warrior. There's a lot of but I don't remember anything she says. There's a lot of she sounds like a wrestler. She sounds aggressive, but I don't get a sense of the motivation why I should support you. And it doesn't help that she's positioned as a baby face. Right? Like, I can't relate to you because
she's miscast.
Yeah, she's jacked. Like, she looks amazing. I think she'll look. The visual of her getting a crown put on her will be great.
Yeah.
But beyond the visual, nothing.
I can't see her in peril. That's the problem.
Yeah.
She looks like the one that's giving the heat to like a babyface, crappy babyface. So it would have made sense if Roxanne was the babyface, Jade Cargill was the heel. Terbalik.
Yeah, but so Jay, there's a way to make this make sense. You have Raquel in the corner, you have Judgment Day in the corner, and they play the numbers game.
Yeah.
That's how you can have that match happen on Raw, right?
Yeah. But I'm sticking to my guns. I feel Jade, regardless of whatever our doubts offer, WWE is going to put a rocket on her, make her win, do the predictable choice, make her win. Yeah. But
they have to. I will even add that they have to, because to your point, if she loses to Asuka, then the shine is off, because they've tried
is off the rose. Yeah,
they've tried several times, start because of injury, whatever, right? And in the ring, she's not the greatest. So you must smash her over like a Goldberg, like an Ultimate Warrior. That's the only way you get her over.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have a very crazy early prediction for SummerSlam. Jade versus Tiffany for the title. Jade wins.
Yeah.
Jade wins.
And then
for a good 1 minute.
And then
celebrating. And then proceed with caution.
Okay.
There you go. That's my prediction.
I don't like how they've been doing Naomi stuff with Nia Jax and Tiffany though. Like, it's like it feels like she's in that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like whatever lah. Maybe it's just Tiffany and I'm just so bored of her. Like, I honestly am higher on Nia Jax right now than I am on Tiffany.
It's played out, that rivalry is played out. But I think you're gonna blow it off again. I thought it was blown off. I thought they had like a badge, like a steel cage or something, right?
Yeah. Oh no, they're doing a last woman standing.
Exactly. So I thought they blew it off like weeks ago, and then now they're gonna have a last man standing. Or
so
last woman
like,
standing.
it feels like, I just put last man standing match on my WWE 2K because the stakes don't feel high enough that it justifies that as a match on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm a bit down on that lah. So anyway, let's move on from that. So I think we're both in agreement though, right? Jade Cargill for the men, Randy for the. Jade Cargill for the women's, Randy for the men's.
yes, that way.
King of the ring. Okay.
Let's quickly run through the remaining matches because we have we have a call sheet according to Alfred. It's not 11 p.m. bro. It's 10.
Hello, 10 only. Bro. It's okay. We'll get through it. Jacob Fatu, I hate you, Solo versus Solo Sikoa for the WWE United States Championship. Okay, is this a hot take? I am bored already of Jacob.
Bro, do you watch the promo or not, bro?
Which one?
The one between Solo and Jacob on SmackDown.
I did.
Bro, regardless of what you think about Jacob, I would have accepted Solo back, bro. Solo tug at my heartstrings, bro.
Yes. Oh, you mean that one where he's like a family's fight? Bro, Solo is somehow shining in this feud against Jacob. We all like relegated Solo. We all like, he like whatever lah. But suddenly he got funny side. Suddenly he got emotive side. What is going on?
He can cut a Shawn Michaels passionate, emotional promo. You know the one he say, bro, the truth be told, you're the only one I have, bro.
Yeah, he said that. I was like, oh shit. Oh.
Yeah, like it's legit, you know? And then, you know what's the funniest thing? What? He said all that, right? And then you got JC Mateo probably at the corner, like, what? And then what about me?
Yeah, exactly. No, and then Jacob just... Okay, Jacob is
I agree.
falling into the whole... He just barks stuff, and then he barks his catchphrase. And that's it.
I wish Jacob stopped the gangster talk and actually kind of acknowledge the emotional part.
Yeah.
During that promo. So, I wish Jacob did that. Because, I know Jacob being hurt because he called him dumb.
Yeah.
But it could not have been just the only reason that he turned on him. Like, probably can say things like, okay, he did explain it. He said, like, you know, you were using me. I know you were using me, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But can't be he didn't realize he was being used when he brought him into the company. Right? You know what I mean?
It makes him look shallow. Like right now, Jacob is not a well fleshed out character. Solo, through his acting, he's a better actor than The Rock, apparently. Yeah, Irvin says, who knew? Solo is the thespian of the NWE family.
Bro, Solo has just shown more levels and, you know, more layers to his personality, bro, recently.
You are like Solo, bro. I love you. Foreign.
Why?
You got I got tickets to the all this stuff, bro. Got quotable moments like you today, bro.
I appreciate, bro.
You are my Solo right now.
Bro, you know what?
Foreign equals Solo.
You know, at the end of the day, we fuckers are still here. So we still are.
Oh, shit.
On a Sunday night. But you know what? Okay, let's just I agree with you in a weird twist of fate. Jacob was supposed to be the breakout star, and we all acknowledge the breakout star.
Yeah.
But I think Solo, by just sheer, like, you know, I don't have the weight of the Ula Fatu, Ula whatever.
Ula Fatu.
Ula what?
Ula Fala.
Ula.
Or as LA Knight used to call it, the Ufalafa.
Ufalafa, yeah.
Ula Fala, yes.
I think the battle for the Ula Fala kind of pigeonholed him too much. That, okay, he's trying to be the Roman Reigns, trying to be the tribal chief. But now the whole tribal chief nonsense is out of the way. He can just be a character, like a real, you know, like he's a guy that failed. So that makes him vulnerable and relatable. He lost his crown. And then he explained to people that, you know, being tribal chief made me realize I need to care for my family, which is real talk, right?
Yeah.
And then, you know what? Like, I want you here. I believe in you. I believe in your potential. And at the end of the day, I need you. You're the only one I have. Like, bro, I would have said, bro, come here, give me a hug, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Div says, it's like Jacob is proving Solo's point, but he is what he is. Yeah. No, that's actually a very real point. He is just a dumb beast right now. That's what Jacob is. So I hope that they shed more light on Jacob's human side. He can't just be the crazy beast, right? That does cool moves. He needs...
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Because in real life, if you've seen his real life interviews...
Yeah.
He's a very loving, like, kind man who loves his family.
Okay, so maybe that's what it is. Solo is went through that same arc. So Jacob is going through the same arc as Solo, where now Jacob has been typecast, but after a while, then we'll start to see the human side of Jacob. So that's the beauty of pro wrestling, right? Like, these characters take time to grow.
Do you see the one footage of him helping Lex Luger carry his wheelchair?
Bro, we've all seen the footage of him, he's acting like a kid with the boogeyman. He's such a lovable guy. Yeah.
He take the video like a kid, right?
Yeah. So it's exactly what Solo went through. Solo, okay, you are the enforcer. So he's just like, angry, whatever, right? But now he breaks out of that role and then he gets to flex his acting chops.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Funny thing about being fast, you end up waiting a lot. First to show up, first in line, then just waiting. Me, I rev up Chumba Casino. With over 200 social casino games, no slow lanes here. Why sit around when you can spin? I'm already racing. Your turn. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah,
We trust that one day Jacob will have his moment to do that, but not before Solo has his acting moment. He got to pay his dues,
So in retrospect, like knowing what we know now, feeling what we feel about these two characters, should Solo then win the US title from Jacob, or is it too soon? Too early.
I feel like Jacob needs to lose it. And Solo can do it cheating, right? JC Mateo, maybe you bring back Tama Tonga and Tongaloa.
That was the time, right?
Yeah, and have them just beat down Jacob. So now at least Jacob has an Achilles heel, or he has, again, same problem with Jade and Roxanne. It's like, wait a minute, the face is the overwhelming, beast.
I believe that this match should be a longer feud. Like, it's not a one-off, right? So, Jacob can surprisingly lose to Solo from cheating means or whatever means. And then this can carry on all the way to SummerSlam. Because I really want to see this feud blow off at SummerSlam. Like, I don't know, like a steel cage match or something serious.
Bro, a bloodline match.
Bloodline rules?
And finally, please give us Rikishi sitting there on the throne like Shao Kahn.
Bro, that guy is in his own podcast throne talking shit, bro.
Because of his two kids, Jimmy and Jay. Okay, so you got that. You got the other title because it's Night of Champions, man. IC Championship match, Dominic Mysterio versus AJ Styles. I a bit don't care for this match, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't care, but I like it. I like that, AJ is like doing this with Dom. I think Dom needs more notches under his belt.
Yeah. And AJ is that guy who will carry him to a great match, right? I mean, not that he needs carrying, but you get my point.
Yeah, so I don't hate the match, but I agree that there's a nothing to it. In fact, I would rather Finn Balor versus Dominic as like a friendly, like, you know what, let's challenge each other for the title kind of thing. Then he does all the nonsense to him.
Is Finn gonna turn? Do you think?
He's got to, bro. He's pulling the strings at this point in time, bro.
Yeah, Div even brings it up, right? Dom gonna be okay. So is it too early to turn Dom face because he's been getting the cheers? He is being cheered, and there's much love for Dom. Is it time to turn him by having having Finn turn on Dom?
I would argue, bro, that he is due another heel turn on top of that. A triple heel turn, bro.
Okay, so we've talked about this before. How? By cheating on Liv with Roxanne. Making him the ultimate... this is... do you remember Angel Garza? He was supposed to have the womanizer gimmick, right?
Yes, of course.
Somehow Dominic is that guy now. The poor Angel is like, basket, now I'm stuck here with this Humberto, don't know doing what.
And the funny thing is, actually, Angel is actually more handsome. He can pull it off.
No, but I think that's the joke. The fact that Dom is not that handsome, and then the mustache and the mullet makes him look ridiculous, but yet these hot women still fall for him. Like, that is the... Like, in real life, you see it all the time in real life. Like, these super hot women, and they're dating some scrap. Then you're like, what does she see in him? That's the vibe.
The funny thing is, right, bro, I do not know whether it's a cheerleader effect, but I'm starting to get Dom's appeal.
As in, you are falling for Dom?
No, I think I get it why girls go for it. Like he does have a swagger, don't you think so? He got that fuck bro,
fuck boy.
Chicken tendy. Yeah, he got that vibe, like a bit of fuck boy. Don't you think so?
Yes, I agree. That's why he's perfectly cast in this role.
Correct.
He's got the Eddie Guerrero charisma.
And the funny thing is, we've seen him as that lame kid, like innocent kid, right? When he first tag team with his father, we are seeing with our very eyes him turning into a fuckboy. I tell you. Okay, so this is my theory on how you become a fuckboy, right? You can be the most innocent boy, right? But once you had that first night with a beautiful hot woman, right?
Like Rhea, who was a badass.
Yeah. How can you come out of that being innocent? He come out of that in tattoos and flames already, bro.
Bro, he went to jail. One night jail, remember?
One night jail and one night with Rhea. Okay, you just transform, bro, apparently.
So it's the Rhea effect lah. He got the Rhea rub lah.
Yes, Rhea rubbed him in more ways than once, and then
Buddy not happy to hear that, bro.
Yeah, probably Buddy was like, I get you.
You know what it is? Buddy's like, nothing's gonna happen. I trust you all to run this game because nothing is gonna happen ever.
Yeah. So like, I think he has grown, and he will eventually, he will win a world title in this slimy gimmick for some reason. I believe he will probably sneak it and pin Gunther or something. Can you imagine him next year winning Money in the Bank? Holy shit.
Oh my god, yes. No. Yeah, he has to, if he were to win a world title, it would be through something like Money in the Bank, where he can cash in when the champion is like dead.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Dave, I'm not dropping knowledge, I'm just sharing experience.
Fuckboy experience?
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
No.
What?
Spending one night
with
and then
mommy,
and then coming out the other side.
This is all non-canon, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
this is
non-canon.
Earth 11345. This is not 616. Okay.
Oh, yes, that's true. That's true.
CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Okay, this is going to be huge. The crowd is going to... I forgot to bring this up as well. At the end of the pipe bomb, the crowd was straight up cheering John Cena already.
Yeah.
Did you notice this? Yeah.
So is that a bad move? Are they turning him back to a cool heel? What's going on?
Okay, I think maybe we can't see this as heel versus face. It has to be person versus person. Personality. These are two massive personalities clashing. And I have a feeling, and we've talked about this before, right? Because Saudi, they would cheer the names, the biggest names. Like even the heels go there and get cheered, right? So this is gonna be tough. In fact, I think Cena will get more cheers than CM Punk.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, CM Punk got say the whole blood money quote before, so okay, I don't think that will play in. But you get my point.
I believe there's really that one Muslim kid who goes up to CM Punk and say, you know what? I like you a lot because I also don't drink, I don't take drugs, but I don't have tattoos, but I still fuck with you, bro.
I'm straight edge.
I'm straight edge. I'm Muslim. Hey, you Muslim also lah. The whole meme where because every time Ronaldo is in Saudi Arabia and then he does like something Arabic, like he says like Assalamualaikum or like blah blah, and then all the comments is like, bro, convert, bro, become Muslim. Inshallah, you'll find the path, bro. It's so cute lah.
Okay,
anyway.
so yeah. If Ray Lil Black can do it, anybody can.
Oh yeah, damn. Okay. Anyway, so John Cena versus CM Punk.
That was out of left field.
that was a very deep cut, bro.
But that is a thing. It's on social media. It's like a big thing. Like everyone's talking about it. But anyway, okay. So John Cena, CM Punk. I look forward to the story being told. I'm sure they'll have a very emotive match. You notice I say all that because I don't think it'll be a good match.
It's Hogan Rock.
Yes. You will see the classic moves, 5 moves of Doom, the GTS, the Anaconda Vice, blah, blah, blah. There will be a lot of throwback moves, I think. So before you watch this match, you should probably go back and watch their old stuff. I feel like they are going to do a lot of throwbacks.
I think, a lot of people might not like the fact that it's happening in Saudi Arabia, but I, for one, would say it's a great choice.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, the crowd will be ravenous for it. I think there are legitimately a lot of CM Punk fans.
And John Cena fans, for sure.
I'm pretty sure. So yeah, the crowd's going to go wild. So I'm looking forward just to see the crowd reaction for this. But John Cena obviously retains, right?
Yes.
But which leads me to my next point where Irvin says as well. Yeah.
How? Okay.
Who's gonna run in? Yeah.
So Ron Killings.
Okay, first choice. Yeah.
He has to be part of this match, no?
Well, I mean, definitely that over Travis in Saudi. Come on, Alfred.
Okay, no Travis, no more Travis Scott ever again. Okay,
no.
Ron Killings. Does he come in to help CM Punk or try to screw John Cena, but inadvertently cost CM Punk, be it by via DQ, which would be a huge letdown actually, or does he accidentally hit CM Punk when going for Cena? You know,
I do not know. But I agree. There needs to be a Ron Killings like follow up.
Yeah, because the last time he came in and beat somebody down was one member of Pretty Deadly, which was like, okay.
Yeah, there's gonna be more. There's gonna be more. For sure.
Yeah.
My only question is, wouldn't that cause Ron Killings to be in the crosshairs of CM Punk while both of them should be baby faces?
Yes, but you see that can lead Ron to go another side path to help, because like right now, unless they really are aiming for Ron versus Aleister Black.
Yep.
So
too early for him to slide down the card. They need to squeeze this drive, bro.
Okay, so Ron versus CM Punk versus John Cena could be a triple threat. There could be a tag team. There are many permutations, and as we've seen, they are not fast stuck to heel face alignments, right?
Yeah.
Ron Killings making some sort of move. This is the other thought that entered my brain randomly, and see if you think this could happen. Ron comes in, presumably to screw John Cena, but helps John Cena. And John and Ron and John align.
Too much potato salad there. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Good theory though. Good theory. Possible if they book it right.
I'm in the driver's seat now. I want to win championships. I will do it with my best friend, or I'll do it with the person I've looked up to. Ron Killings and John Cena.
You know what? I don't hate it. I do believe Ron Killings will be part of the finish.
Yeah.
But because of what John Cena teased on Fanatics today, I'm just gonna throw it out there. What if The Rock finally come? Because think about it, it's good timing. It's good timing because it sets up SummerSlam.
Right.
2 nights, it's gonna be a big deal. And it's The Rock in Saudi, bro. Come on, I'm sure TKO will be like, let's do something big.
They probably told the prince or whatever. So if we bring The Rock here, how much extra are you going to top up?
Right.
10 million? Okay lah, Rock fly there with private jet.
Because I just have this weird feeling, John Cena has been spinning his wheels on purpose, in my humble opinion, on purpose, this initial part of his heel run, because he's gonna pick it back up to a high level again going into SummerSlam, right? So SummerSlam has to be where they bring the big guns of him fleshing out his I don't know, not faction per se, but his uneasy alliance as well.
Okay, here's the counterpoint to that. The last time Rock showed up and did a thing, he made the thing worse, right?
Oh, he made the thing promising but never followed it up. That's why it became worse.
That's why it made it worse. If John Cena just turned without The Rock being involved, then at least it will be all about Cena. Now I feel after the pipe bomb with this whole thing with CM Punk, it's starting to become interesting because it's about Cena and CM Punk. And then you one time throw in one Rock, and then Rock F's off because we know he's not going to stick around. Rock F's off for a bit, and then I feel like it will ruin the whole thing.
You know what's ironic though? When the whole Summer of Punk happened, John Cena versus CM Punk, it was in the middle of the 1-year build towards The Rock versus John Cena, once in a lifetime.
I see where you're going with this. And the fact that they are doing so many callbacks and throwbacks, it makes sense, right?
So, in a weird way, The Rock coming back makes sense, even storyline, long-term storytelling-wise. Because at the end of the day, CM Punk can go back and say, just when I was going to hit the main event, this fucker cock blocked me again.
All right.
Right? But this time it's the two-man power trip, which is what we wanted. We wanted that two-man power trip to be running wrestling right now. The Rock and John Cena. Even tease a bit of it. Just even give me a Thanos like teaser like at the end of SummerSlam when he walks back and then The Rock just comes in and like taps his shoulder or some shit like that. Good enough for me. Good enough for me.
Okay. If The Rock does this, right, then I see no point in having Ron Killings do anything. Does that make sense?
Except Ron Killings can now legitimately have an alliance with
CM Punk.
And maybe then finally we can bring Cody Rhodes back into the picture. I don't know.
Because, yeah, if The Rock were... Okay, so you're not saying The Rock helps Cena win lah?
Yep. The Rock just appears as the... Okay, now this shit is going to go to the next level.
Like Bad Blood. Which we all shat on. Do you remember? We shat on that. We were like, he just come out and then like show face and then like, what?
No, not exactly. When he came out, we were intrigued. We were like, where's this going? He never followed up. So, okay, this will only succeed if there is follow-up for the rest of the year. That's all. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, leading up to the 2 nights of SummerSlam, right? Yeah.
Bro got to promote Smashing Machine. So, like, you got to have some WWE presence to promote.
I heard the... Is the movie even out yet? I heard it sucks.
It's only coming out in October.
Really? I heard early previews were like not good, bro.
Really? But I thought it's directed by a super like talented director, like the one who did Uncut Gems.
Doesn't matter. You pay somebody enough money, it's still a Dwayne Johnson's vanity project at the end of the day.
If you're gonna start talking about The Rock, it's gonna be another 1 hour. So I think we can end it here.
Yeah, I think so. Look. At the end of the day, yes, I am excited for the main event and the Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Mm-hmm. The rest a bit throwaway lah, to be honest.
Yeah, we gotta talk about one more last thing I just remembered. Okay. It's not relevant to Night of Champions, but it's gonna happen right after Night of Champions. Saturday night's main event. The return of our favorite botak guy.
No Sunberg, no watch. No, when is it happening the week after or what? It's July 7, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, it's the first week of July. So it probably is happening. Like it's the same situation as the previous one, where they had Backlash and then they had Night of Champions right after.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Night main event.
Yeah.
July. Let me just Google that real quick. But yes, of course, the setup has been Gunther versus Goldberg. I kind of roll my eyes when that happened.
It's a throwaway for Gunther. Essentially, this is why Jey Uso got pulled out from the title picture.
July 12th, by the way. It is in Atlanta, Georgia for the main... It'll be the main event. And okay, at least... Goldberg really TFASA. This fucker's still around. Look, he's going to put over Gunther, and that's a good thing. And if there's anybody that can pull out one more good match, halfway decent match, passable match, it is Gunther.
Is it officially going to be his retirement match? They didn't clarify, right?
Yes, it says final match in his nearly 30-year career.
Okay, so it's officially a retirement match. So I agree with Irvin. Let's get it over and done with.
In his hometown also. So pay him the money, put over Gunther big. Gunther becomes the next Goldberg.
Unbeatable.
That's fine.
Guy, yeah.
And it's a TV. It's a TV taping.
Essentially, it's a YouTube live stream.
Yeah, it's a main event for whatever show. So okay, that's fine. I think that's fine. Am I looking forward to the match? Actually, no.
I'm surprised he didn't take the Saudi money and decided to do it back in his hometown.
Right? Yeah. Oh, it would have been an interesting match in Saudi too. Did you see when Goldberg was cutting the promo on Gunther and Gunther kept going like...
Yeah, what is that all about?
The internet was speculating that dude was spitting all over his face. And then he's like, shit, stop spitting. He kept looking away and blinking because like Goldberg was like, telling him like freaking the weather.
Yeah.
Giving him the weather.
Yeah, I've been on the receiving end of that, bro. Like people like talking to me and then like, and apparently according to some people, I'm also guilty of that sometimes when I get excited.
Say it, don't spray it, as they say. So
So I
Okay.
get it, but you know what? Yeah, I like Gunther being put over and being strong again. Give him a good title win. Who do you want Gunther to fight off next? Because I know he's talking about Seth. Seth has the cash in, but I feel he needs a babyface guy to fight again. So are we gonna run back Jay one last time again? No, that's not my personal opinion.
Yeah, no. I think Jay is actually going to at some point go and reunite with Jimmy to face off against and actually the three brothers. Not three. No. Solo is the brothers. So Solo, JC Mateo, and Hikaleo, or however many other Samoans he can find, versus Jimmy J, the Usos lah, and Jacob Fatu. That looks like what's gonna happen. Maybe SummerSlam.
Maybe. So I'm not sure who's gonna fight Gunther, but if I had to choose, on Raw, who would be a great baby face? Oh, it's so hard.
But why can't Gunther be the baby face? Like he, as a champion, I feel like he's more of a tweener. That he can play both roles, you know?
Yeah.
He just needs a good heel, and what better heel than Seth Franklin Rollins? And not just Seth, he has Bronson, he has Braun. So they can basically go up against Gunther. They can just soften Gunther.
So you want a heel versus heel match where like Gunther ideally is the de facto babyface in this situation?
Because we've seen him play the babyface before. Remember? Like there were a few like hints of him as a babyface. I think it can work.
Yeah. Where is my boy Kaiser?
Oh yeah, what is he? I mean, he's busy with Tiffany lah. So
yeah, I remember that whole when no one and their mother believed that Kaiser would cheat on
Tiffany.
That's the first time, right? People would actually believe the man. Like that's like So
but hey, that's a good question. What did happen to Kaiser?
Yeah, I have no idea. Okay, so that's the thing, right? I don't think there's any big baby face that can be the next person to fight against Gunther other than Jay. Jay goes down. Who else on Raw steps up? I mean, unless you want to do a throwaway match, then AJ Styles would be great for me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that will happen. Just to put, like you said before, like notches on the belt. You need to give these new guys, and technically speaking, Gunther is still one of the newer champions.
Maybe
establishment.
One thing I don't want to see is Jay. I think Jay needs some time away.
Yeah.
But if they move LA Knight over to the main event scene on Raw,
yes, yeah,
I don't hate that idea of like LA Knight because he's feuding with Seth. Kind of somehow gets himself inserted, but then that will have to start a new storyline with Gunther as well.
They are playing fast and easy with the rules again of Raw and SmackDown. Like people are showing up on both shows to a point where it's like, okay, I don't even know who's officially on what brand anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know, but I do like Seth Rollins and LA Knight. That is an interesting feud for me. But they need to move LA Knight because LA Knight is stuck in purgatory on SmackDown. Like he's not challenging John Cena right now. So why put him there? Bring him over to Raw lah.
He remains over. Like
Yeah, because I believe his first world title is gonna be the World Heavyweight Championship, in my opinion. Yeah.
Actually, they can it could be a throwaway thing. Like he begs Nick Aldis or Pierce to sign some shit like that. Like they can make it easy to make some shit up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I think generally I like Gunther being the world champion again. It feels right. Just curious to see what WWE is going to do next because they need to keep him strong, but also build up more people for him. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about the WWE right now, their talent roster is damn deep. It's damn deep and damn talented. So they're not going to have a problem elevating somebody, if they need.
Yeah. So you remember a couple of episodes ago, you talked about how WWE feels like a bit of like a downturn right now with whatever that's been going on with Cena, and like now that we're gearing up towards SummerSlam, do you feel that there's a uptick in interest?
Well, especially Cena, CM Punk. See, this is what I said last week, right? There can be so many interesting things happening in the mid card, in the lower card, whatever. But if your main card is a bit lagging, everything just feels down. Now that it is picking up, everything feels up, even if it's down.
Got you.
It makes sense, right?
The A storyline needs to be really compelling, I think. And people can forgive the rest. So that's why the bloodline was really, really good, right?
Yeah.
But there wasn't really that much going on beyond the bloodline, if you remember.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
But people didn't care because everyone came to see the bloodline.
Every Friday night on Smackdown, people were like,
Yes.
yeah, I gotta see what's gonna happen, you know. Yeah. So
This is the bloodline show, exactly.
yeah, so good news for the WWE. You know, AEW of course going towards All In. So we will talk about it closer to the date. I guess I'm gonna start watching it again.
Will we? Will we?
We will see. It's in July. We have
Those,
time.
wait. Those fuckers are still around.
Yes. Oh dear God. Okay, but okay, you know what? But there's a lot of things happening in local wrestling as well. Shout out to Alfred, Ring of Rebirth. I believe is doing a show this Sunday. If you guys are available and want to check it out, they're doing a show plus a wrestling show and a comedy show as well. I know SPW also probably have a show in July.
Oh, quick shout. Remember last week we were like, these two mofos need to run it back, talking about Carlo Cannon and Butcherman. They are running it back in Malaysia, in MyPW, right?
MyPW as well. So shout out to all your Malaysian wrestling fans. There's going to be a great trilogy of matches probably. He's going to do another one in Philippines or Bangkok if I'm not wrong.
Ooh.
So it's going to be fun. So yeah, things are popping for pro wrestling, and I think, you know, I think you guys are enjoying this nighttime stream. So if we do live...
The next stream will definitely be on Sunday night because we're coming right off of Night of Champions. Yeah. Actually, do we know what time the show is? Because it's in Saudi Arabia.
It might be 3 a.m. Sunday again.
Right. It's like 1 a.m., 3 a.m. Sunday morning, right? Which, look, we can all wake up on a Sunday, watch it, then we come and talk about it on Sunday night. How about that? Sounds good.
That's the plan. So next week, tune in, guys. Next week, we're going to talk about Night of Champions. And
let's do it.
Hopefully, there's going to be some interesting things to talk about from there.
As they say in chat, today's stream, W's in chat. You know, as they say, oh my God, I completely botched that. You know what? I just had a stroke, apparently. I had a Sid Justice moment. Wait, let me do that again.
Go for it.
No. Like, you're supposed to say, we're live, pal.
Oh, yeah. We're live, bro. We're live.
Oh, shit. Okay, so what was I saying?
You're talking about 1 a.m. time. We do the night stream.
I don't know. Let's just do a lucha thing and move on. Okay.
Okay, can. Yeah.
I legit forgot what I was saying. Oh my God.
So much effort.
All right. Let's talk about our boy, our sponsor, our man, our bro, the finance bro, fitness bro, F&B bro, entrepreneurship bro.
Yes.
Hasif,
yes.
I need some of your Red Bull, bro.
Yeah, my vitamin water running out, so I think my energy is low. Okay, so yeah, shout out to Hasif. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. If you want to engage him for any sort of financial advice, talk to him about entrepreneurship, F&B, fitness, and very least, follow him as well on his social media. Follow him on his journey. Please check him out. He does his Stay with Hasif series as well.
Yes.
If you want a one-on-one catch up with him. So do support him because he supports the podcast. And by default, that means he's supporting the whole entire pro wrestling community here in Singapore. So show him some love because we do love and support him back.
Hasif_captures on Instagram. If you'd like, slide into his DMs as well. Okay, that'll do it for us. What a crazy podcast today. I mean, we had Red Bull, we had energy drink, like the vitamin water. There you go. We
survived 2 hours, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was as entertaining as a high show speed live stream. I hope
absolutely. So. You know, you had foreign asking people, are you a heel? You had, you know, the question. Today's questions have been amazing. Are those fuckers still?
I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please tune in next week. We're gonna talk about Night of Champions. You're gonna talk about same time, 8 p.m.
I'm sure the fallout will be insane. If anything is to go by, I'm sure we will have something to talk about. Definitely.
For sure. So yeah, thanks for supporting us on the pod. Do follow us on Patreon as well as Discord. Discord is where it's popping. You guys are great. You guys send me all bunch of weird stuff as well sometimes. So yeah, so great. Enjoy your the Discord chatting as well. You see my brain is just
dung 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 dung.
Okay, yeah.
We got Mexican music, we got lotions, we got heels, and you know what? It's
just
crazy shit.
Do me one favor tonight before you all sleep. Go to the AEW YouTube channel. Go look for Mystico Grand Slam Mexico entrance. They play the whole full segment. Then you will understand why am I in love with that song.
And become a Mexican music connoisseur.
Okay, Ken.
Once you listen to the song one time, you become an expert in Mexican music, and then you can ask, those fuckers, are they still around?
Yeah, and if you don't want to know what's the name of the song, just Google like Mystico CMLL song. You will get it. You'll see. It's
Bro,
great.
that's the first thing I'm gonna do the second I hit like end the podcast. I'm gonna listen to that shit.
Let me know, bro. Let me know. Watch the thing and then watch the music video if you want, okay?
Okay. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. Have a great week ahead. It is Mr. Young.
And it's for in the building. Take care, drink Red Bull, and listen to Mexican music. Okay, bye. Why you cut me off, bro?
Having a life scholarship and being able to afford to go to college made me feel inspired to go.
When I got a life scholarship, it was such a relief.
I knew that I wanted to have an impact. Having a life scholarship through the SE Education Lottery was huge. It gave me the opportunity to make that impact right here at home.
The South Carolina Education Lottery. A better you, a better us, a better South Carolina. Visit seeducationlottery.com/betteryou.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Funny thing about being fast, you end up waiting a lot. First to show up, first in line, then just waiting. Me, I rev up Chumba Casino. With over 200 social casino games, no slow lanes here. Why sit around when you can spin? I'm already racing. Your turn. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.